What's up, everybody? Just getting started here a little earlier to try to work out some bugs from last week. Hopefully, we don't have those issues again. But you never know. Got some new names in here. Fresno Jace Trains. What's going on, man? Canadian Locomotives. Good to see you, buddy. It's not too bad down here right now. It feels pretty good considering it's been pretty hot today. It's been pretty warm the last couple of weeks, honestly. Castle Burr. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. Happy Wednesday. Again, we're just working out some bugs here, so we should be all right for now. We're gonna have a guest on here in a little bit. TDKC Trains. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's a good dude. But yeah, stick around. It's gonna be a good time. James, what's going on? How are you? Josh is in here. Josh, good to see you as always. Thank you guys for being on here every week. I really appreciate it. Formerly Fresno Jason. Oh God, nice. Okay, there you go. Rebranded to match what I do on the channel. Fine. Nice, dude. Makes sense. That's cool. Have you seen Jawtooth? I have not. Big Rich, hello, I'm new to the channel. You have Southern Pacific. I have one. You know that. Bill, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Bridge Street Trains, good to see you back again. Glad to see you. It's been a warm day. Sleeves, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see your name on here. We're going to be doing a raffle today. So, for those of you who are interested, also here, I figured I'd show this. If you guys want to order anything off of Black Diamond, except for Third Rail, last week the code was for 5%. This week he was gracious to up it to 7%. So this is going to be up for the rest of the stream. Anything that you're looking for, pre-orders, you can't beat it, man. 7% off your orders until midnight tonight. So let's help out Ron and Black Diamond. Get him some orders, and he's graciously has been helping us with some items for the raffle for tonight. Ben's Trains, yeah, he comes on here every now and then. He tries to pop in every week, so he might grace us with his presence. We'll see. So the raffle, we're going to start it probably in a little while here. We probably won't start it for another half hour or so, but it's going to be, we're going to be giving away 50, we're going to be offering 50 slots at $20 a slot, and it is for this right here. Let's see if I can put this in here. This is what we're going to be offering tonight. So like I said, we're going to have 50 slots at $20 a piece. I will assign numbers, and then we will pick a random number for a Norfolk Southern Lionel Legacy ET44. So that's what we're going to be raffling tonight. And stay tuned. I'll explain, and I'll show you where you can send your entries into for the raffle. But I just wanted to show that for now, and that's kind of what we're going to be doing for tonight. So yeah, let me do this here. Let's do this. We'll add it as an image so you guys can see it the whole time, so it can drive you nuts. So it's good. It's gonna be cool. There we go. It's pretty big. How do I get this thing to be smaller? Holy crap! We'll just keep that up there just for a couple seconds. Wipeout Trains, what's going on, man? How are you? Yeah, it is nice. It's really nice. It's too bad that I'm not really a modern guy, or I would be all over that. I'd be like, we're not even doing a raffle. I'm just going to buy that. Not a no scaler, but I would go for that. No time like the present, man, to start your collection. Millennium Force. Why does that sound familiar? It sounds familiar. Let's drop this down. Here we go. First day of school. Oh my gosh, already. Crazy. No kidding, man. No kidding at all. Supersonic, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, dude. Keith, what's up? It's going well. Things are well. ET44 it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool looking engine. Fresno Jace's daughter's is next week. Happy early birthday to your daughter. So the raffle tickets, I'm going to be putting up here on the screen at some point to show you where they need to go, and we'll take care of that. Cody, aren't you too old for kindergarten? Bill says that's funny. Yeah, my ET44 is coming from Intermountain, and they are just amazing. They are nice. They're really cool looking. And from my understanding that, well, I've heard them, the model, and they do have some newer updated legacy sounds, which is really nice. Which hopefully we'll be seeing more of those in the future, which I hear we are going to be. So that's great. Supersonic, am I running the New York Central tonight? I'm not. Tonight we have the Burke running, 765 nickel plate, pulling some Penn Central Atlas passenger cars. Wipeout, well, I hope so. The master's degree says I'm more than qualified. Nice. Josh Cannon's birthday is on August 31st, on a Monday. Very nice. Coming up. It is coming up. How old are you going to be, Josh? Probably a lot younger than me. But again, guys, check out Black Diamond Express if you are interested in a 7% discount on your order today, excluding third rail, and it ends at midnight. That's pretty good, if I might say so myself. Keith says, no more trains this month for me. Had to get AC fixed Friday and just had an expensive tank. Yeah, expensive. I get it, man. That's expensive. Stuff happens. Nickel plate 765 is a very splendid Burke. Absolutely. Josh, you're going to be 43. You are a year older than me, my friend. So we're both in the same boat. I thought he was going to say something like his 20s. I don't feel too bad than being 60. No, it's all good. It's just a number, right? It's just a number. Don't associate me with that railroad Canadian. Must be doing like emojis or something. It's not coming through. It's all right. It happens. It happens. So yeah, get your orders in, guys. If there's anything that you want to buy tonight. Joker's Train's going live tonight at 8 o'clock, I believe. He typically doesn't on Wednesdays, but he decided to today. So we'll see how the stream goes, and if we need to pop off earlier just to give him some more stuff, we can definitely do that. Ohio Angler, what's up? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Like I said, we're just running a Burt tonight, 765 with some Penn Central passenger cars. Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Oh, I'm definitely not a UP man either. I sure hope that takeover in the Norfolk Southern doesn't happen. The South is going to lose its Southern hospitality. This is true. This is true. He started at 7? Oh, maybe he did. Oh, yeah, he did. Yep, he is. I thought it said 8 for some reason. So 765. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's a good engine. Oh man, it's all good. We'll figure something out. Ron's on here. Again, Ron is the owner of Black Diamond. So there's your code, guys, for tonight. Till midnight only. Tattooed 7. Get 7% off your order. Excluding third rail. And for everything I've seen on Trainman Dan's live stream, I thought Cody loved it. I think, is it tomorrow? I feel like it's tomorrow. Maybe it's not tomorrow. But Dan said something about next Thursday. Maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It might be tomorrow. Get this thing mirrored. There we go. As far as I know, yes. Yes. My wife has 765 and scale. We also know a guy that has one in lot. Whoa, geez. Nice. I'm amazed at the amount of 3-rail. I'm assuming you meant 3-rail people that are popping up now in live streams. It's getting pretty numerous. Yeah, there's a lot of them. At some points, I feel like I shouldn't do one, just because there's so many other ones that are out there. I know Trainman Dan has one. Mad Mike still does his. Zach has his. Joker Trains. There's some other people that pop up occasionally. TDKC Trains, Thomas's Trains, who's going to be on tonight. He does one, I think, on Sundays every now and then. I'm not sure the how often it is. I think it's often though. I want to blow up a working Vision Line big boy out in the desert with. You said that before. That's funny. You have that engine, except it's road number 3641. Nice. Time for some chili. Oh yeah, go for it. Go indulge. Enjoy. Absolutely. Good stuff. Chili, it's too hot for chili though here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Food's food. Live streams are better than. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV, honestly. I don't even watch a lot of movies, if I'm being honest. I watch old stuff, um, older TV shows from the '90s and things like that. I don't typically get into watching TV shows, or especially when there's like a big series on Netflix. I can't sit and binge something. That's just not me. CSX Crazy 888. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming on to the live stream tonight. Appreciate it. Nickel Plate Dave, what's up? Nickel Plate, speaking of, we got a 765 running tonight. I feel like blowing up a Vision Line big boy would be a bad idea. All in perspective, I guess. It is tomorrow. Okay, I thought so. You do. Oh, nice. Well, welcome, man. Good to see you on here. We do O here too. 101. Yikes. That's hot. We had a couple of those days. Real feel. Have the K-Line camera car, Union Pacific Police. That's cool. Nickel Plate Dave's unboxing some Atlas Central New Jersey heavyweights. Very cool. Some of those heavyweights can be a little funky through switches, so just be mindful of that. My Western Maryland ones are they're a little touchy, a little touch and feel, or touch and go, I should say. Live streamed and YouTube. Yeah, I mean I think that's what most of us do anymore. It sounds like you're having a cold snap. When it gets to this part of the year, I get pretty much anxious. Not anxious, but I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready for when it gets to like the middle of the back half of August. I'm ready for end of September, October weather. I don't even know what the temperature was here today, but it's still warm. I mean, I got sun today, and I didn't think it was that bad, but apparently the sun was hot. But the sun was really out. The Blue Comet heavyweights are the same way. They click real hard. Yep, that's what my Western Marylands do. They clunk pretty good through there. These streamline ones, are pretty flawless. To be honest with you, they're not bad at all. They're really nice. Could probably turn this thing up a little bit. We'll stick with that. Do I think 3-rail modelers are mostly steam? I think they're mostly a mix. I don't know any 3-row modelers that are strictly diesel. I think there's probably more 3-row modelers that would be more steam than maybe. But I feel like it's a mix of both. I don't really know anybody that's just steam or diesel. Yeah, fall weather. Let's do some trains running in the background. There you go. That's right. Yeah, cool weather. Birthday around the 20. I had the 20th Century Limited on already, so probably not. No, not today. I took that. I just took that off last week. So I'll definitely we'll run it again, but not tonight. Sorry about that, man. It's a pain to. Sometimes it's a pain to get out, but we'll do it for sure. Camera in my lab. Just rip it out. There you go. I have the TMCC system. It broke, so I got to save for the base 3. I have some TMCC stuff. Yeah, they're from what I heard, and they're doing some upgrades to the base 3. I think they're redesigning the way the app looks to make it look like the actual the base, um, the base or the Cab 2 remote. As far as because like this is a little bit different with the layout of this, um, but I think they want to kind of mirror the Cab 2, which is cool because a lot of guys are really into the Cab 2 and things like that. So trying to make it as comparable to that, I think, is a smart choice to do. And I think they're using a whole other system. I forget the name of it though. Um, Whatever the app system is or whatever they're going to be using. So not sure when that's coming out, but it's probably going to be a little while. This works fine for now. I don't have any issues with it. Knock on wood. So we'll see. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, man. It's definitely nice to have both Steam and D. It is in the roster, and pondering, then pending the mood can run whatever era strikes the mood. Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have options. It's good to run some Steam. Like this nickel plate, I haven't ran this one in a while. And a while to me is it's been a couple months. Easily been a couple months. Jeremy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Mike's American Flyers, the winner of the Spine Cars. How's it going, man? Good to see you. So let's get this guy back up here. So if you guys are interested, and you should be, 7% off your orders tonight if you use Black Diamond. Go to Black Diamond Express and use the code Tattooed7. 7% off your order. So save yourself some money. The TMC stuff I own is a speeder broken, an S2 Alco also broke. TMCC AMC log loader, TMCC 737. Lionel Lines Berkshire, and a TMCC 1998 holiday caboose. Nice, dude. Bill Hawk, how are you? Good to see you. Many projects. What's up, dude? You're on here too. Fantastic. Love to see it. So again, look at the code, guys. Anything you want to buy tonight. Code ends at midnight. Ain't that the truth, Travis? Getting both Steam and more diesels can get a little hard on the wallet. It's just, it is what it is. It's hard on the wallet either way, if you just want diesels or if you just want Steam. Obviously, diesels are going to be a little cheaper, but it is what it is, right? That's the world we live in. Bill says, let's hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit the like button tonight. Let's get the likes up. I know there's another stream going on right now, so I appreciate it. Let's pop into Zach's here. We'll give him a thumbs up. Got a stream going, and we're watching a stream. What's wrong with that? How about we edit that? You end up buying 2 diesels instead of just one. Yeah, you can't just have one. You got to have 2 or 3, sometimes 4. Yeah, man, they're nice. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice cars. I like them. I like the Penn Central green. I like that, you know, that old New York Central um, mint green. Whole roster is diesel. Only one steam, and it's the 611. That's a good steam to have. Actually, I just pre-ordered the 611 excursion version. Well, from the early '80s that they had from Third Rail, and the Powhatan Arrow passenger cars. Those are the Atlas Penn Central. They are, yes, with the add-on. Yeah, they're the 4-pack and then the 2-pack. Absolutely, Keith. From 2024, 25, maybe. The last year or the year before? I'm not sure. Supersonic. I mean, I just can't get over the Mars. It's just weird. The Mars light's cool. I like the Mars light. You're gonna try Tattoo 10 and see if it works. Someday. Stand by for that. That might happen. That might happen. You never know. Artie Redding Man. Redding King. We're gonna call you Redding King. 3019. Anybody having trouble with YouTube lately? As in circle thingy and now video? I have not experienced that yet. I don't want to. So you can keep that. Whatever that is. Alright, we're gonna get copy a code here. We're gonna bring in I'm gonna get Thomas to come in here. Like he's got some trains that he's running tonight, so let's see what he's up to. Videos running live stream. Yes, live stream. My live stream. I don't know what's been going on the past couple of weeks. I'm fine right now. Knock on wood. There's something's been going on with like the audio. Like one week it's great, the next week it sounds like crap. That's been weird. That's been a crazy thing. Let's get this thing out of here. Let's get this guy out of here. There we go. Rich is in the house. Rich, thanks for being in here, man. I know that you're on. You're probably on Zach's too. I feel bad that he's on and I'm on. I should feel like I should just hop off and let him do his thing. But we got stuff to move. We got stuff to sell for Black Diamond. So yeah, we're gonna keep this up. We're just gonna have fun. Let's just do it. We're just gonna have fun. Jody Smith, what's going on? I think Atlas for their next steam should do an Atlas Premier HK Porter saddle tank locomotive. It could be something that would stay in around $1,000. I don't see Atlas doing that kind of stuff for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like their bread and butter is diesels, which is cool. I don't know what tooling that they got from MTH Steam. I know they did consolidations last year and maybe the year before. They ran 2 runs of those, but other than that, they don't have anything else that we've seen. That could change, but that's just more steam that we don't need to have in our arson. You know, I think we have enough. We got third rail. You know, you got Lionel and MTH and stuff like that. I think even MTH has been lacking a little bit with steam. We haven't really seen much from them lately. They're kind of quiet. I'm waiting on the Mohawks to see them come out and see what they're going to be like. The New York Central Mohawks. I think they're going to be nice. But again, like their delivery schedule is just, it's never right. I mean, we're still waiting on the Woodside passenger cars that were supposed to be here in December. You know, I feel bad for a lot of those guys that got those 440s, those engines, and they don't have the cars to pull, which we knew that was going to happen, but not this late. They should be out by now. That's the one frustration thing that I have with MTH is that their delivery times are never accurate. They're never on time. Wednesday's fine. Yeah, I guess. I mean, but whoever wants to use it can use it. I'm cool with it. Wednesday night's tattooed Mike's regular live stream day. No yield to train. I watch truckers trains on Sundays. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, but if he's on, like, support him too, for sure. By the way, hello. Hey, man. Good to see you. It's all good. No, of course not. No, absolutely not. Hit the like button. Do it. Do what Rich says. Hit the like button. Atlas only bought MTH diesel tooling in the 280. Yep. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I mean, they do a really good job with diesels. I really like their rolling stock. Atlas does really good rolling stock. I'm sure you guys saw in the video last week or the week before. Last week, actually, the bulkhead flat cars. And even these 33,000 gallon tankers that I just pulled off the layout. These are nice. The only thing is these, like, you got to be really. It's like, where's the camera going? Down here, dude. Like, these things are really, really flexible, and they'll break real easy. I had one break on one of my older ones, but it was a simple fix. But still, the one thing with Atlas, when you get Atlas, you know, all those extra add-on details can come with a price, so you got to be really careful with them. But they're nice. I like them. Whistle Up Wednesday. I appreciate that, Keith. I mean, that means a lot, man. Thank you. You see what I said about the New York Central Hudson? Let's see. What did you say? Saw some videos with New York Central J1E Hudson was a Polar Express train. Never heard of that. LOL, my wife just made me laugh. She said she doesn't like change. Why do you think we've been married for over 54 years? She's got a point, dude. Hang on to her. It's too much, right? Who wants to start over? Nobody wants to do that. It's too much work. That might be the quote of the night for change. I like it. That's super awesome. Who makes those Reading Company ST45s on the shelf behind you? Oh, those are Lionel. Those are from the 2024, I want to say. Yes, actually, they came out the same time they were in the same book as the 765 release was. So, yes, 2024 Volume 1, or the big book, you could call it. When you collect Atlas, you become good with hobby glue. Yeah, that's why we have a lot of CA glue on hand. I just started working on this. I 3D printed this today, or not today. I started painting it today. This smokestack that I'm going to be putting somewhere on the town down here, and doing that, doing some tables and just different things. So getting good with CA glue, yes, a lot of small parts. So always have CA glue on hand. Starbond medium is my go-to. Andrew Burgess, what's going on, man? Good evening to you. Good to see you. Dave's Trains, how are you? Great to see you as well. Happy Wednesday. Train addicts in the house. 4656. Things are going well. It's halfway through the week. Like, you got some hot weather going on out there. I do too. It's been crazy here. It's pretty typical for August. We've been getting a little bit more rain than what we usually do, but for us here, it's getting into hurricane season. So we've just been getting monsoons. I think Travis had said something too. Last Sunday, we got like 3 inches of rain in 3 hours. You guys saw I had water in my basement. There's just nowhere for it to go. I mean, I saw some videos when the New York Central J1E Hudson 5344 was pulling the Polar Express train. Oh, nice. Worked out in the yard for about 2 hours, lit up a cigar, shower back in here and that. Yeah, it's miserable. It's miserable. I've been doing streams in the graveyard shifts. Somebody's got to watch. There's got to be people awake at the graveyard times for sure. That's awesome. Me, I'm probably asleep, but I'll have to check one out sometime. Well, don't get in trouble, dude. But thanks for coming on. I appreciate that you thought about being on the channel here and checking stuff out. Lionel Richie, one of my good buddies. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping on. Richard's live streams compete with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh, the freaking Dodgers. I don't want to talk about the Dodgers. I mowed my yard today after work. It started to look like Vietnam. Good one. Mad Mike did the same. He did his grass. I did mine's going to need it again. I feel like I just did it. I did it last. It's been close to a week now, so yeah, it's about due. Hey, I love it. I average 4 guests to 10. That's a win. Hey, 1 or 10, it doesn't matter. It's better than 0. Chad, what's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for coming on. Good to see you guys. It's funny, the Dodgers did this, and then they end up winning the whole thing. Dodgers, they're just loaded. Absolutely loaded, that team is. When I said the New York Centrals, oh, they do, absolutely. They're great engines. Gotcha, man. No, you're good. All good. You average every 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, we had a little span there where it was probably maybe about 3 weeks ago, where I hadn't touched it for a couple weeks. But then we got that monsoon, and it was just, it's been growing rapidly. We're getting a lot of mushrooms, too. A lot of that stuff's been popping up. I don't know why. Yeah, TDKC Trains is going to be coming on here soon. Probably anytime. Hopefully we'll see him pop on here. Maybe I'll send him a text. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not, and the thing is, it's not rain. It's like torrential downpours. It's terrible. Thomas give you a right. He's a good dude. He's a great guy. Bill has no grass. Jealous. Did the nickel plate pull those? I feel like it may have. I'm not sure about those ones. Maybe a couple of them, but not. It didn't pull a full Penn Central excursion. But why not? But yeah, I'm gonna say no. Well, it turns out one of the wheel sets on one of those Atlas cars is out. I told you, dude. It's not. They're not good. They're for some reason their heavyweights are just not great. All right, so we got them in.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man?
Oh, just living the dream. That's been up in the upper 90s here all week. So
We were just talking about the weather, how terrible it's been, just how hot it's been.
It's been awful, man.
Yeah, it's been
awful.
crazy. So what's new in your world, man? What's new in the train world?
As far as my train stuff around here, we had a train show in Clinton, Missouri.
Okay.
This last weekend. Same weekend as Edison for everyone else.
Right.
So it's just a small town of maybe like 10,000 or so.
Right.
Nothing crazy, but it was a fun show. Had some guys come with me and set up and run some trains, and there's actually 2 O-gauge setups there, so that was kind of fun to have.
Yeah.
found out the kids would like accidentally connect to my engine Bluetooth wise and control it. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. It like would stop and start and like blow the whistle randomly, and I was like, Bluetooth's on. They're connecting to my engine.
Oh, got you, man. Mm-hmm. Did you pick anything up?
No, not this time. Usually it shows I just kind of run.
Yeah, sure.
And it was a small show in like a gym size convention center, so there wasn't all that much stuff.
There wasn't a whole lot. Yeah, I get that. Nice. Yeah. That's cool. That what all were you running? Like what engines did you run?
I was running mostly Katie stuff on my end. We had I think we had
stuff. Nice.
We had I think 3 tracks of O gauge and then 1 track of S gauge.
Okay, nice.
So some of the guys collect S gauge, like American Flyer stuff like
sure,
that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. What do you got running tonight?
Is there a way to do another camera as a guest, like from your computer, or?
I'm not sure here.
So I got 2 webcams. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the outside track, but the inside track, I got the Katie switcher that I was running last weekend.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're able to or not. Can you try to switch a camera on your end? Like instead of having that one, have another one, or?
I could probably put it on. I could probably put the other camera on.
Yeah, take your time, man. Take your time.
Let's see if that works.
They're asking how it's going.
Yeah.
RDG, it says hello TDKC ET44.
Hey.
Play.
Oh, here's chat. I'll put chat up so I can see what's going on.
Can you see the chat? Yeah.
Yeah, now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, pull the chat up there so you can.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I could definitely change the camera in chat.
Yeah,
if
try
that would be easier.
See what you can do.
Yeah. Let's see. Make sure. Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, nice. It's an apartment layout right now, but hey, anything to run trains.
It's a layout. It's a layout.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to hear the whistle and stuff, but this is one of those new 080s.
How do you like those?
So what I've noticed with the 080s is the tether, like where the metal part of the tether, it tends to bend easily. So
really,
it like the tab, it doesn't like to stay in the slot very well if you have bad track work or on a temporary table layout like I am.
Yeah.
You rotate this just a little bit down.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
There we go.
What is that the Katie one? Did you get that one?
Yes, it is. See if I can get a roll on here.
This has the swinging bell too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The swinging bell is nice.
Yeah, it's a cool feature. It's definitely cool to see that they're putting that in more stuff.
Yeah. Turn on.
And not really charging more for it, if that makes any sense. Like,
yeah.
I feel like the prices are the same, and they're just like, hey, we're gonna throw a swingy bell in.
Yeah.
I like those stock cars. They're nice.
Yeah, they are. I got them a little loud, but I'll turn up my computer
Oh,
volume.
they're Vision Line ones.
Yeah,
Well,
they're the Vision Reefers from.
we'll say quote Vision.
Yeah.
Oh, I see your M1 back there, dude. Put that
Yeah.
away. You're teasing me with that. Put that away.
I'm actually trying to get rid of it, but because I have
know you were, and you have the J1 too, the MTH
yeah, I know.
J1.
Yeah.
6456, I believe,
I
is the
think
road
so.
number you have. Yeah.
I think it's the one you were after.
Yeah, that's a cool engine.
I was having some issues going on where like it was just blowing its whistle when I turned it on
Yeah.
the M1. It must just be like a maybe I need to switch out the track piece or something.
Did you reset it?
I have not reset it yet, but
maybe that could be it. Maybe it's a hard reboot.
I might change out the engine just for the stream purposes, but yeah, I wanted to get something Pennsylvania, and I don't have a bunch of Pennsylvania stuff in the apartment right now, so I was like,
what do you how many engines do you have right now currently where you're at? Like, what do you have with you?
So I've probably got about well, let's see. I've got a couple Atlantics with me. I've got this Katie, another Pacific, probably 6 or 8, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Like
you still have your Friscos?
The Friscos are at my parents' house, but
okay, nice.
I do have them.
Nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't bring a whole bunch to an apartment. It's up 2 flights of stairs, so.
Right. No, that's cool. So what living space is this? Like your living area right here, like living room area or kitchen?
Yeah, it's like a living room / kitchen.
Nice.
It's just kind of a yeah.
Does your girlfriend come over and run stuff with you? Does she run trains?
She's just getting into. She's just finding out about trains.
Because I know you had sent me a couple of videos with her running some stuff. And I guess for the female side of things, for people trying to get into this kind of stuff, it can be overwhelming, especially for us dorks.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's valid. Yeah. It is I'll admit it's a very heavily male hobby, but it
is. I mean, there's still girls in there. No, dude, Supersonic, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, but it's like with my wife too. She's sometimes just like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I don't die or anything because she wouldn't know what to do with all the stuff down here.
Yeah.
She didn't know how to turn stuff on.
Yeah, but took her to her first train show this last weekend, so that was kind of fun.
Nice, yeah, that's cool. That's cool that she has interest in the stuff that you're doing too. That always makes it that much more enjoyable.
Yeah,
that's very cool. That's very, very cool. See, Jody Smith just pre-ordered MTH Rail King Union Pacific 49 passenger cars for my line on UP 836. Oh, you have the that's the FEF 49er. That's nice. I've never seen that one in person. I'm sure it's pretty nice looking though. A lot of the 49er stuff is still sticking around. Let's see. Josh said, I think I talked to this guy on a live stream in Clintonville, Missouri. You may have.
That was Clinton, Missouri. Yeah, but
yes. That would have been. Yep. Then you did.
And that would have been my my girlfriend actually reading the comments. So she was the one who was talking.
Nice.
I was running trains. I let her sign into YouTube on her phone.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Read the comments. Yeah.
Nice.
She liked it, but
that's cool.
Towards the end, she was like, "Yeah, that was a long time."
Yeah. It's So talk a little bit about your are you still doing your live stream on? You said Sundays, right? You're doing it when you can.
Yeah, I just kind of started that.
Right. Yeah. How long is typically a session last, or
for me?
How long do you like to go live for?
For me, I mean, it depends on if we get I haven't had any guests yet on it.
Sure.
So
yeah,
I can yap for an hour and a half myself, but typically I like to have a good conversation or have stuff like that. So and I don't want to step on any toes, especially like Joker's live stream later on Sunday. So I
mean,
try to keep it.
That's what I was telling people right now, because he's actually live.
Yeah,
he's doing one. He's doing like a special one tonight, which is cool. So yeah, he's got one going on tonight. So I know you and I talk a lot, and we message and things like that. And you had mentioned something about the hobby and where do you think the hobby's going? What direction do you feel like it's going in, and where do you feel like the importance of the hobby is right now?
Mm-hmm. So where I think the hobby is going, obviously my perspective's a little different being out in kind of the Midwest,
Yeah, right. It's a little different
versus
out there,
the Mecca of the East Coast of all the train shows and stuff. So I would say, at least in the Midwest, it's popular. Like, people like it. I mean, I went to a train show in Kansas City in January, and on Saturday it was standing room only.
Oh wow!
It was like people were parking a half a mile away to get to the convention center.
Okay, nice.
Like we could barely get around the layout. It was that packed.
Oh wow!
So, it's popular.
That's cool. To like, what would you say like the demographic was for like age groups? Like, was it like all kinds, or do you think there was more there?
Part of it was, a lot of it was families, like like families with young kids. Kansas City's a very, like family city, I would say, at least where I'm. Like, there's a lot of people that raise kids here and move here for work and stuff. A little more affordable living wise than, like, say, the East Coast, just because not as maybe of a destination as, say, like a New York or another big city.
Sure.
But it's one of those places where, like, we have a lot of railroad history here too, because you have like the Santa Fe, who had their Argentine yard here, which still is in operation with BNSF, and it's one of the largest class yards in the country.
Right.
It's a hump yard, and like every time I go to the airport, I drive over it. So
nice.
But it's probably on par with like an NS, like a Conway yard. Isn't that like in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
That size. Right. Probably got 30, 40 tracks.
What are some of the like more popular short lines that are in that area?
So short lines, most of the short lines around here are holding companies, just like back east.
Yeah.
Watco is a big holding company based out of Kansas.
Okay.
So like they have the SCAL, the South Kansas and Oklahoma. It runs basically from like Pittsburgh, Kansas out west.
Okay.
Which is like Pittsburgh's like on near like Joplin, if you know that of Joplin. Yeah. But then you've got there's other ones, but the biggest one around Kansas City is the Kansas City Terminal. They were KCS. The KC Terminal was a jointly owned one by the Class 1s.
Right. Yeah.
Because basically they were having a problem where the old Union Station was in the floodplain of the Missouri River.
Okay.
So it would flood every year because this was like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
They didn't have the levee built yet, or to the standard it is now.
Sure.
So they decided in the 1900s to move our Union Station uphill, and as part of that, the railroads formed the Kansas City Terminal as like a holding company to build it.
So, now, is there paint scheme? Is it yellow?
Yes, it is yellow.
Okay.
Yellow and black.
Yellow and black, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And to answer that question that's up there, I don't currently have a 4014. I have a 4019.
He's got the one with the elephant ears. That's a cool one. Yeah. He's got to hang on to that. You have that one at your apartment right now, or no?
Not at the apartment, no. That's a little too expensive to bring to an apartment. And I don't have 072 curves right now.
I was going to say, you probably don't have the curvature for it.
I'm on 3 folding tables with some table cloths.
What are you on? 48, 36, 48?
The inner is 48, the outer's 60.
Oh, so you can still run some bigger stuff, which is good.
Yeah.
You can run northerns and things like that, which is nice.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your catalog purchases. And we talked a little bit about it, but what are some of the things that stuck out for you that you purchased out of the 2025 or 2026 Volume 1 catalog?
So as far as the Lionel catalog was
The Lionel,
concerned,
yeah.
yeah. As far as that one was concerned, I mean, I'm sure you would agree that like the probably the rarest items are going to be those 250 items.
Yeah, sure.
Because they're only going to make them this year, and they may make them in a future year, like as a throwback, but they'll probably make something at 300th anniversary. Like.
Yeah, I can't see them. Obviously, there really would be no reason for them to do them. So I know they've been. Obviously, we all know that this year and even the past, basically just all this year has been the push of the 250 stuff, which I get. I know people are sick of seeing it. But again, you're only going to see it for 1 year and it's going to be gone. It's
Exactly.
It's kind of the way that it is with the heritage stuff. It's just a matter of time before they're just going to take those paint schemes off.
For sure.
Try to, and again, they want to get their money out of it, and you want to be able to, you want to model it. Sure, I know that I'm going to be trying to replicate the big boy as much as I can from the the 250 journey and things like that, because seeing it and stuff, which is cool. But some people are kind of ignorant to it. They're like, we're sick of the big boy. It's like, well, you wouldn't be, if you didn't see it at all. So it's you kind of have to pick your battles with that kind of thing. But I think it's been a cool year for train enthusiasts, but not even just that, but just new people that haven't really been into trains that I've seen, maybe friends that I didn't know were into it, and they see went out and saw the big boy or whatever, and we're like, wow, and it's cool, because it brings in a whole new generation or just genre of people into model railroading or just railroading in general, in my opinion, and that just makes people want to try to model things or replicate things and kind of have fun.
Exactly.
I think there's been some other things in the catalog that are pretty interesting. The Atlantics, I know they just have done them not too long ago. It was cool to see those to kind of come back. I mean, I like the Pensy variations with those, obviously being a Pensy guy.
Yeah, for sure.
The S3s, what are your thoughts on the S3s?
So what I like about the S3s is they've got the cylinder steam. That's not something we see on a lot of legacy models.
We haven't seen it in a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're going to do safety valve steam, I believe, on that one, because there's no whistle steam, I think.
Yeah. Which is weird that they opted to do whistles, like take out the whistle steam, put the pop off. But I'm not sure why they did that, but what pop off engines do I have? Big Boy and I think the Class A, and I think the Y6B has it too. I shut it off because it just goes off too much, and I don't know. It just can kind of get a little annoying and a little bit of a nuisance, but a lot of cool paint schemes coming out for that. A lot of fantasy stuff that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I know like Black Diamond has some cool ones, Muffin's doing a couple, like that Navy one that he has coming out looks really nice. But they're not my cup of tea. I mean, I know I know everybody's that like the S3, they like 261, obviously.
Yeah.
People like 261 just because it's still out there. I think they'll do a good job with it, especially with matching the passenger cars and things like that. I don't know how I feel about Lionel's aluminum passenger cars. I haven't really got my hands on the newer ones to kind of see what they're like compared to something else. I don't know how you feel about them, or what your opinion on aluminum versus like a 21 inch is.
Yeah. It looks like I'm being asked a question about what that building is on my layout.
Yeah, I did see that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So that is actually one I made myself back in high school.
Oh, nice.
It's just a foam core. It's just a foam core board, one in paper. It's
okay. Very cool.
I took like an architecture class in high school, and we were doing like a house unit, like on different house styles. So I decided to like essentially use a Google image and just kind of copy what I saw from that Google image. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I've had it since high school. A little dusty, but it's just a fun little building to bring around. It's not O scale by any means. It's probably more like G scale, but I didn't really go. It's a little big for O scale, but that's okay.
It doesn't matter, dude. No one's gonna notice except for Norm.
Yeah.
You know?
But I like scratch building. It's one of my. If I had the space to do it, yeah, I love scratch building.
All right.
I'll have to send you a picture of one of the. Actually, I've got one of the depots over here somewhere that I've scratch built. But I'll have to send you a picture of it because I don't want to get away from my computer right now. But and it also is like it's like my hometown's depot, so it's a small, like very small town. So
Gotcha. Take trains.
I put it on. Yeah, so I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, send me a picture of that for sure. Noah Kirby, what's up, brother?
So I think you're talking about the aluminum cars, right? And the S3.
Yeah, but like what are your thoughts on Lionel's aluminum passenger?
You know, I've never had an Lionel aluminum, but I've looked at the one my friend has some that are like from with the silhouette windows made in I think the 90s. And I mean, the aluminum seems like it's going to hold up better than plastic over time, but the price of them is just ridiculous. But I guess aluminum has got more expensive. Aluminum has gotten a lot more expensive.
But and again, like when you get into, which we all have done it, you get into an engine and you're like, especially some of those custom run fantasy schemes and they have the matching cars. They know they have you. Like you're not just going to buy the engine and you're not the cars. Like you can't do that.
Because the thing is, if you buy the engine and you don't buy the cars, you're kind of screwed.
And you're going to kick yourself later too.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to want them, and then you won't find them, or they'll be twice as much.
And you might as well. Gotcha. If you're buying the cars, you might as well buy all the sets.
You got to get you got to get all of them, and that's the other thing too. When I first started getting back into the hobby, I would just buy, if let's say they released 8 passenger cars or whatever, I wouldn't get all of them. Yeah. But then over time, I would go back and rebuy them. So now, like, my thing is like, I'm going to get all of them. Like, I'm buying, if it's like the 611 that Third Rail released, and then I was like the Powhatan Arrow, which the Powhatan Arrow only had 7 passenger cars, I think, maximum. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get all of them. I'm not just going to get 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm going to be looking for them later, That's, and that's the only gripe I have about doing passenger trains, because you're not going to buy a fantasy scheme, or just you're not going to buy 261 and you could, but you're not going to buy 261 and pull freight with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you got to get the passenger cars.
I tried to pull the money saving trick of getting the Atlas ones, but they're oversold, so that didn't happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Atlas Milwaukee Road cars are already oversold that I know of, so they're out.
When were those announced?
Oh, you would ask that. I think they're let's see. I'll look on my phone here. So let's see. Atlas. They're the Atlas Milwaukee Road. They were 18-inch ones, obviously. They're the old.
The K line.
They're the old MTH ones. They're the Premier.
Oh, the old Premier ones. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess Atlas they'd be using the Premier.
So those look like they were announced in May of 25. So it looks like they actually just came out.
I was gonna say, if they were announced then, you'd be lucky if they just came out or they're not out yet.
Yeah. So he can't, like, I made the order just thinking, hey, maybe I could get in one last one. Then he canceled it. Then the dealer canceled it because it's like, oh nope, oversold.
Oh geez, you might be able to find some. You never know.
I just was like, well, I'll go in for the aluminum. I just was like, I'd rather know I can get them than just like kick myself later that I don't have Milwaukee Road passenger cars. Right, go with a Milwaukee Road engine, because I am in for a 261. I just
Are you getting one?
Yeah, various reasons, but
is that glossy?
Yeah, it's glossy.
Okay, well, I mean, which it should be. I mean, they keep.
I like the skytop observation is what I like.
That is a cool car. That is a neat car.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Do you like fast track?
Some things yes, some things no.
Yeah.
I'd say the ease of setup is the best part, and
Right.
like the fact that you can store a whole layout in a box essentially.
Sure. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's still prone to electrical issues, especially on the terminal sections. We had a
Yeah.
train show where like one of the terminals was loose and the fast track started smoking. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so we hard soldered onto that section. So because what
Yeah,
was
I mean,
happening is there was a little bit of an arcing going on because the terminal was loose a little bit
yeah.
over time, and it was just catching the plastic on fire.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Um,
or
for
melting the
me,
plastic.
since that's, I mean, my layout is obviously fast track. I knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with it. It runs good for me. I mean,
Hmm.
I know it's people look at it. Obviously, they see we have third rails, but it's like a lot of people do kind of poo poo on fast track, which I mean, whatever you can. It is what it is.
Hmm.
But that's kind of like what I had when I was doing this,
Hmm.
and I didn't want to have to reinvest in those types of
No,
things.
valid.
Would I have done it differently? Sure, but it's. I don't come down here every day and kick myself being like, oh my god, I wish I would have got
No.
Atlas or Guardrail.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean,
fine. It really
yeah.
is.
The biggest thing with that or with fast track is you've got to make it quieter. It's that hollow underside tends to
Just that, yeah,
get
that
noisy
cavity, right? And
because the
I
sound
will
likes to
say,
reverb in the cavity.
that when you ballast it, like when I ballast mine right up over the like I go right up in, I do all of it. That alleviates a lot of sound.
Hmm.
Because to be honest with you, no matter what you have, you're gonna have sound. Like
Yeah, for sure.
it's gonna be noisy. It's just it is.
Yeah.
But I don't typically run my stuff fast like you have that there. That's kind of like what I do, or a little bit
Yeah.
faster than that. I'm not like one of these guys that's like, hey, let's go to speed step 65 and keep it
Hmm.
there. I just don't do
Yeah.
that.
Some of
There's just there's
yeah
no
some
there's no. I mean, that just it reminds me of it's there's nothing wrong with it. It just reminds me of the old like NPC era, post war stuff where
hmm
it was just like run it as fast as you can, just that
yeah
loud sound that we all remember.
a lot of my running mates run like NPC era or post war
Yeah,
because
right.
it's easier to find and a little more budget friendly than some of the
Sure,
legacy
sure.
stuff. Which no nothing bad against it. Just they tend to run it fast. So
Right.
anytime you see like
Yeah,
train
yeah.
show videos and you see the NPC stuff, it's like my
Sure.
my legacy stuff's at a crawl, and they're like, "Why is that one going slow?" The kids
Exactly.
are like, "Why is that one going slow?" And it's like, well, do you know how much a legacy engine is?
Yeah.
And I've seen,
Turn it up
you know,
all, go as fast as you can. I had people on here at one point. Sometimes they're like, "Make it derail." I'm like, "Are you nuts?" Like, no.
yeah. I,
Like
I mean,
it's
I've had a
not a
few.
$60 engine. Like my old, NPC or even before that, like for my old Lionel sets. Like I remember dumping that thing off the track all the time as a kid.
Mhm.
Still runs.
They're
Good
bulletproof,
stuff.
yeah. Like those NPC and like that stuff, that's bulletproof. Like especially like
Oh my
your
gosh.
diecast. Like,
Oh, dude, that thing has been dropped
mhm,
and been in boxes and hasn't ran for years.
mhm,
Put it on the track, you fire it right up and it goes. Because there's
yeah.
nothing to it. It's very
Mhm.
simple.
I mean, and I respect the legacy of that too.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. There's something to be said for it because we
yeah,
we all remember the sound. We all remember the smells, all of that stuff. The old
yeah.
tubular track. We remember all of it. That's kind of like where we all started. Let's see here, Massimo, what's going on, man? Katie, is that Katie from Mr. Muffins? Katie, what's for dinner? Like, is it that Katie? I hope so. How many amps were you drawing for that to happen?
Oh, I don't probably want to know.
No, yeah, you don't
It was
want
at
to
a
know.
train show is what was going on. So like,
Yeah, there's so many variables.
yeah.
Sedano says any track that lets you run trains is good. There you go. Absolutely, man.
Mhm.
Chooch is on here. Good to see Chooch.
Yeah.
Carl Miles. I'm good,
Like,
man. How are you?
I think I met Chooch at a York.
Chooch is always in sandals.
I think it was the one I met you at actually. It was the one I
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Chooch.
He's always in sandals.
Yeah.
It could be 5 degrees out and the dude's in sandals.
I mean, hey, Sometimes when it gets cold, I like to go outside, like just to assert dominance. Just go outside.
Yeah, for sure.
Go outside in shorts and just take a snap and then run back in. Just like it was just a tradition. Like -10 degrees out. Yep.
All
Go out in
right.
shorts.
Let's see this here. Thomas, I have fast track, but when I run my train on fast track, when it goes around a corner, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
On a straight, it slows down, but when it gets to connector power up, then train. Well, yeah, you probably need another feeder.
Because the fast track has a pretty high resistance.
It does. You're probably losing voltage there.
Yeah.
You're getting a voltage drop.
So yeah, more feeders because the copper wire has a lot less resistance than like the
it does
stainless fast track.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, one of the things you can do that I've seen is like you can solder the underside of the fast track and solder wire between sections.
That's what I do. Some people they'll like solder feeders or jumpers. Yeah, but for when like with this layout, yeah, I do everything underneath, and obviously I solder, but I started using connectors, which is easier. And there's been some naysayers that say it doesn't have real good continuity, and I think they're full of crap. I think fast track has fine continuity.
Yeah,
in my opinion, I've run trains on separate loops that have been getting power from an inner loop that I've been running a train on an outer loop when I was building this, and it was running fine. But I mean, I wouldn't put 6 diesels on and a steam engine and turn all the smoke units on. Like you're gonna pop a breaker, it just load. But yeah, the more feeders, the better. Let's see, Massimo, that's Katie. Oh, very nice. Yep. What's for dinner? I hear you every Friday. I hear you guys. That's so cool. What's for dinner? I love it. Carl Miles, 2 beer tracks is totally old school. 2 beer track, yeah, but it works. If it works, if it's not broke, they'll fix it.
I think that is that Katie you said Katie from Muffins?
Yeah.
I think the caboose is a Muffins custom run. I'm not sure because it's technically a maintenance away one, but it was one when they did those wood-sided cabooses a few years ago.
I think that is a custom run.
I had to get that
the custom runs. I love it though; it's great.
Although it really doesn't match the Lionel yellow, but I'm guessing the MGH
they're
yellow.
Not right. They're never.
I'm guessing the MGH yellow is closer, but.
Let's see. Massimo told me about Tattoo Train, so I had to check it out. You were great. Oh, thanks. We'll have to have you guys on here. I think it's fantastic. We'll have to talk about dinner.
I guess what is for dinner?
Yeah, what is for dinner? What's for dinner, Katie? As he says, Massimo. Thomas, love those stock cars. Yeah, they're nice stock cars. What year were those released, Thomas? I
think those were either 2021 or 2022.
Were they 2022? I know they did a big run of those. I feel like I got a couple of B&Os. I think it might be B&Os that I got from a 2022 run.
So let's see. I'm just trying to see.
No, you're good, man. Take your time. I'm trying to think of when those were.
That was. Let me see.
Car.
Trying to find the.
Let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, I don't remember the product number, but it looks like it's saying actually 2020 2026860.
Yeah, 2026860. Yep, those are the ones. Numbers 47056, set of 3.
Yes.
Brand new. Oh my gosh, Trains has them for $480. Ooh.
Oh wow, yeah. But those were some of the first cars that I got when I got back in the hobby.
Right.
So I joined the hobby kind of back into roughly 2020, kind of when the COVID stuff went down.
Right. Yeah, people started, which makes sense. People were kind of like trapped and things like that. So it's, so for anybody on the stream tonight, Black Diamond Express, 7% off your entire order. Use code Tattooed7 minus third rail. So pre-orders, whatever it is, engines that are coming out, whatever he has there, you get 7% off, which is pretty darn good. Last week it was 5. This week it's 7.
Nice. So it looks like someone's asking about a GS4.
Let's see here. Mike, does Thomas have a Lionel Legacy Sub Pacific GS4 4449? and the MTH Norfolk and Western J. I don't think you do have any of those.
I don't have either. I do have a friend who has a MPC era daylight, or like a early '90s era one. He was just running it in Clinton.
Of the daylight or the
4449, yeah.
4449.
I think I'm not sure if he has a J or not. He, you might know him on Instagram, MPH Trains.
Yeah. Sure.
He collects a lot of post-war.
Absolutely.
Cool dude, like he doesn't really do a lot of YouTube stuff, but he's pretty active on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, my thing with like locomotives is it's got to be semi-local or like part of my life story kind of thing if I'm going to collect it. Just because like if we collect one thing from every railroad, you've got like 100, over 100 different locomotives.
Yeah, that's you have to kind of draw the line in the sand somewhere, and be
like,
hey, this is where I kind of like stop. And I could say this. I don't know if you ever felt this way too. Sometimes it's like when you get a catalog, you it's very easy to find something that you want out of everything and kind of justify it, but then after that, you're like, I don't really need it, and I don't really want it. It's just
I get that.
It's the idea of like getting something, that kind of like.
Yeah.
Carl Miles says, Thomas, I subscribe to your channel. Thanks for doing that.
Sweet.
Appreciate that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the road to 1,000 myself. I'm below. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good, man.
I'm below, like, I'm at like 675, roughly, somewhere around there.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So give TDKC's train some love, man. Let's see.
Do what?
Give him some love. Give him some likes.
Yeah. Get him. I'm trying to get my watch hours up so we can like.
Yeah, for sure.
Get some.
For sure, man.
Well, again,
just posting content, dude. That's all you got to do. Just it doesn't matter what it is. Just keep putting stuff out there for people to see. I don't do it enough. I feel like I'm not good with videos. Just because one, I have a lot of ADHD, so it's like I really don't want to sit and make a 45-minute video of something, because I have to. I think it would just be a waste. I'm not the guy to do that. Like shorts, sure, I'll do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it. I just feel like I'm just like a squeaky wheel. And people have already heard it again, like reviews of something. Certain things I'll review, but certain stuff I won't. Let's see here. Micah asked because I see a Southern Pacific GS 4449 daylight behind you. Yeah, I do have one right over here. That's an MTH Proto Sound 3. That's a nice engine. I haven't ran that one in a while. We'll have to get that one out soon. Have you ever heard of a guy in Southeast PA named Ken McCory? I have not. That name does not sound familiar. He says, I buy what I think looks cool, but have mostly Eastern stuff. Probably not a good plan, but it's a hobby and meant to be fun. It is. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's not about having the most stuff or whatever. It's about having the stuff that you like and what, I mean, if you want to run all fantasy scheme stuff, do it. Do whatever you want. I mean, it's just cool that you're doing the stuff and you're buying trains and having fun with it. It's not always about keeping everything prototypical. I try to keep things. I don't go too crazy. I don't have a lot of fantasy schemes. The fantasy schemes that I do have, the New York Central Vision Line Hudson. I did get the pacemaker. I like that one. The Dreyfus that I have is considered a fantasy, but it looks actually more prototypical than the actual ones they put out a couple years ago.
Yeah, the almost white.
The almost white was so bad. Yeah. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else. I have a Challenger that's a Greyhound. I really like the Greyhound paint scheme from UP. But those are the only things that I have. That everything else is prototypical. I think
the Greyhound was prototypical on some Challengers.
It was. I think on 3977. It was. I have 3989. I don't think it was on that one. 3977. It was prototypical.
Because
I don't know. I think it might even still be out there somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's in Nebraska because
it probably.
If you watch Datafied, he goes out.
Is there a 40 big boy out there too? A 4000 class in Nebraska?
In Omaha, there's 4023. It's on top of the hill off I-80.
That's right. It's on this.
They moved it. How they got it in the park? I don't know.
I don't know, man. Freaking dropped it in with a helicopter or something. I don't know.
That's a heavy piece of machinery to sit on a hill.
You're not kidding.
600 tons or something like that.
You are not kidding. Radar's in here. What's going on, Radar? My big boy's fantasy paint, but I don't care. I love the two-tone gray liver. Hey, man, that's cool. Was that 4023? I feel like that was the road number for the fantasy scheme for the big boy.
It might have been 4024 because 4023 is the one in Kennefic.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Keith says my problem is I live in an area where many railroads ran. Yeah, that can be troublesome. If you want to collect everything in your area, it can be hard. Because I mean, for us here, the stuff that I would collect would be more so back into the 50s eras and 60s. So a lot of it's obviously PRR. Reading through here was through here. New York Central, Penn Central. Trying to think of what else would have ran through here on a normal basis. Those are probably the big ones. I don't know if any Norfolk and Western ran through here, because Norfolk and Western, when they would run like the Powhatan and stuff like that, I feel like went out to Cincinnati, in the bigger cities.
So I know you're in Pennsylvania, but I'm just trying to think, are you on like more the east side of it, or?
I'm right in the middle. So we're in Central PA. Like, do you know, I don't know if you're real familiar with baseball, the Little League World Series?
That's Williamsport, isn't it?
Yep, that's where I live.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep, I literally live a mile from the birthplace of Little League Baseball.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of like how we try to tell you. Have you ever watched Little League? It's in August, which it's coming up next week here. I mean, that's the only time that we ever get our little five minutes of fame is in August. Let's see what else questions we have here.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I think there was I didn't go myself, but I know there's like a North Shore Railroad up that runs through Williamsport.
I actually just saw North Shore today. On my way down, passing the highway, there was two. I think they were GP units, GP30s, maybe GP20s. They were pulling a bunch of empty freight. So we have North Shore, Lycoming Valley. Obviously, Norfolk Southern runs through here.
Indian Bald Eagle. That's more State College.
Yeah. That's more out Bald Eagle area. That's more out towards State College. Well, it's more my way than it is State College.
I spent actually lived a couple years in Pennsylvania for a little bit.
It's a cool. I mean, there's a lot of railroad history in PA. Obviously,
there is. Yeah,
there's a ton. I mean, you got GG1 sitting out in the middle of the woods. You got problems.
Yeah.
We have a couple of them. We have a couple of them out here that are out in the middle of the woods.
Huh.
I think there's 3 of them that are just on abandoned tracks.
Huh.
I forget where it's at, but they're in the middle of the woods. Yeah. I don't know why they were there. They just left them there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Let's see. We got some questions here. Thomas, you going to York? Got to run into you at the airport again. That's from Big Red.
Airport. Well, Rich, yes, I am going to York, but I'm flying into Baltimore this time. So
Baltimore. He's going to Maryland.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. But I'm gonna be bringing a +1 this time, so that'll be fun.
There you go. I'll be bringing my lady. She's gonna be coming. She likes to come hang out.
I'm staying at the hotel next to
You're right across the club.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
It's gonna be a party.
What's the name of the hotel?
I think it's a Hampton. Columbia, yeah.
Columbia, PA. Is it all booked up?
Oh yeah, it's all booked up this year.
Is it the one they've been working on right across from the club?
Yes, it's right across from the club.
That's not going to be good. You do know that, right?
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's gonna be horrible.
Oh, I'm excited for I'm only gonna be there since it's just a Friday Saturday. I'm probably only gonna be there Friday afternoon into Saturday. So what's one sleepless night?
Right there it is, Lower Susquehanna Valley. Let's check availability.
It's almost all the way booked for 2027 as well. When's
York? October what?
It's usually around 23rd? The 24th, 23rd, 24th, something like that.
We'll try it. We'll see if they have any. Let's see if they have
23rd, 24th. They're trying to do the Friday Saturday thing, so they're making
I
did Saturday.
See that. Maybe I'll just stay at night. Well, let me see here. Hold on a minute.
Honestly, you could probably just ask one of the guys staying at the
That's
right
right.
at
Yeah.
the
No, you're
hotel
right.
just say, "Hey, you got an extra bed? I'll just crash there."
Yeah.
Because
October.
even though the club is no beer, I think the hotel
That
definitely
doesn't
will
matter. People will go across the street, get a little
Yeah.
sloshed up, and then go over to 12 North 2nd Street, Columbia. That's the one.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fun, but yeah, might not be much of a sleep night for that one.
No, you ain't gonna get any sleep.
It's all right. Yeah. I
No,
mean, as long as
rooms.
I can get to Baltimore Saturday, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, they have no rooms available. That's going to be the place to stay. Yeah, because I remember them working on that. My wife and I are like, what are they putting in there? That's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool. All right, let's go back to let's see what we missed here. Keith says, general area, Erie. I like Erie. Erie, Lackawanna, Susquehanna, Lehigh, New England, New Haven. I like New Haven. New York Central, a must. Metro North, CSX, Norfolk Southern, New Jersey Transit, O&W, Penn Central, and he loves the Pensy. Let's see. Josh says, do you, Mike, and Thomas have any American Flyer trains diesels? I do not. I have no American Flyer.
I've never. I can't say I've ever collected American Flyer, but I do have. Again, I have some friends that do. They have like the vintage. They had like a Baltimore and Ohio Pacific vintage Flyer locomotive at the last show. My friend MPH had a New Haven. It's like one of those electrics. I can't remember the exact
New Haven
model.
had a couple of those electrics. What were those called? EL9s?
Yeah, that sounds right. A couple streamlined cars behind it. That was kind of cool. No, I'll let you read that one from Chooch.
Which one? About where he'll be at?
No, your favorite railroad.
Is he? It better not say Monon. Oh my god, freaking Monon! Why do people like the Monon? The Monon does not. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just don't like Monon. Monon's terrible. But yeah, thanks, Chooch. Appreciate that. Chooch, are you still running that auto rack that you won? Was that last year?
I mean, I get it if you're from Indiana and like the Monon. That's to be.
I wouldn't like it even if I lived there. I'm not
fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's see how far. Let me. You know what? I'm going to check and see how far am I from the club. I'm going to see from me. 2101. I'm not going to say my address out loud. People showing up to my house. Happy Lane. Well, even though I just freaking said it. All right, let's see here. 2 hours and 20 minutes I can get there.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think that Friday I won't be there in the morning because.
Which sucks. I mean, because it's cool to come down, obviously for the show, but like it's not. It sucks to it's just far enough to be like you come home and be like, oh, man, I don't really want to drive 2.5 hours back down again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be like, hey, let's nip it in the butt and like maybe just get a hotel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what would be close that I could actually. That would be on the northern side of York, or from close to. I mean, like in between York and the show.
Columbia, or
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I've stayed in Harrisburg sometimes to go to York. Not much, but
yeah. I mean, that's close to if some people fly into there.
I have flown into Harrisburg a couple times. I like the airport. It's easy to get in and out of.
Right. I mean, what's this place? Hallam? Hallam? That's right smack in the middle.
I think some of my friends from Kansas City go to York sometimes, and they stay in like an Airbnb or like in between York and Columbia, which that's kind of fun. Get a few guys in on an Airbnb.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, it splits up the cost a little bit, so it's not so crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what we get. Some questions here. EP5s are cool. Maybe it is EP5 I'm thinking of. DL9s, electrics. Okay. Yeah, maybe I was thinking that. Lionel Richie says there was a whole table at Edison of Monon. Dude, I would have flipped that table right over. Get this out of here. Mike, see how far away you will be from the club. You could just take me there. Well, we're gonna figure something out.
You know, I saw Big Rich things talking about don't fly to Baltimore. I mean, yes, it's a busy airport, but of the East Coast airports, I feel like it's the easiest to get in and out of.
Yeah.
And we get direct flights from KC to Baltimore.
Right.
So instead of transferring in like Chicago or like a Nashville or something, you just get a direct flight, be there in 2 hours.
So York, they're only doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Just Friday, Saturday. It's 2 days.
Friday, Saturday. Oh my god.
It's gonna be a whirlwind trip.
It's gonna be insanely busy.
Yeah, you might everyone's just gonna be exhausted on Sunday because no one's gonna sleep.
That's gonna be insane to see like how some of the deals and stuff are gonna work like that, and just like people, because usually Saturday and stuff like that's like family day or whatever you want.
They're encouraging everybody to stay all the way till 5 on Saturday.
Oh my!
I probably won't stay that long. I'm probably just gonna stay till noon. Oh yeah. Traffic in Baltimore was not fun. One of the Yorks, I had to drive back to Baltimore to drop a coworker off at the airport, and I got stuck in traffic on 695 at 5 o'clock. That wasn't fun.
He says Hanover has hotels but 30 minutes west from York. Yeah, I want to be like in between York and the club. I'll talk to Johnny.
Lancaster has a few of them pretty close to the club. I stayed at one when I did my surprise York last fall or this spring. Yeah, when I did my surprise York this spring, I ended up snatching a hotel in Lancaster. Which, I mean, it's not bad because by the time you're already out to the club, you don't really want to drive all the way back to York.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just a lot.
It added time getting there to the show, but at the end of the day, it was only like 15 minutes from the club, as opposed to taking 30 all the way back to York.
Is that how far it is from York to the club? Isn't it like 20, 25 minutes? Half hour?
Somewhere about that. But you got traffic lights on 30.
Yeah.
I mean, got used to that in Pennsylvania. The highways that just end in a traffic light.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll be glad to hear this if you haven't heard it. The Breezewood interchange, it's a thing of the past soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of the traffic light on I-70.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's in design process right now. I just had heard that news a few months ago. But like anytime I go to Harrisburg from like the north, like that 322 was kind of crazy. Just
322 sucks.
Yeah. It's cool to like drive through the mountain valleys, like the narrow, like the canyons essentially.
Yeah, for sure.
But like going down to 2 lanes just out of State College and then finally back up to 4 lanes in the middle of the mountains. Like it's kind of a crazy road, but
yeah,
it's the quickest way to Harrisburg from that part of the state.
I mean, it's 322 can be crazy. It just depends on what time of the year you're traveling.
Yeah.
Like where you're trying to go. But I was actually just down in Harrisburg 2 weeks ago because our band we had a gig down there, and driving 2 wasn't bad, but just inside of Harrisburg, I just don't like driving to Harrisburg. I really don't.
I mean, I understand. I think it was one of the Yorks. I ended up like missing, like having some time to kill before I got to my flight, so I kind of ended up on the wrong side of town of Harrisburg. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was like, well, I just want to go see the Harrisburg Amtrak station. Couldn't find a parking spot, so I was like, I'll just drive. I'll go explore. That was famous last words. Ended up on the wrong side of town. But I found my way. I found my way back.
Exploring It's it's just not for me. Not for me.
Yeah. But I mean, I like the Susquehanna River. It's just really cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I feel like I lost
It,
my chat here for some reason.
kind of wish there was like rail access between York and Harrisburg. Like you could take a train to the York show.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Or like from Baltimore to York or something like that.
Right.
Because I mean, Baltimore's airport, you have the BWI train station, just right there on the Northeast Corridor.
That's true. That's true.
But
here, what do we got for questions? It's a truck warning. Great.
Big Rich, yeah. It was luckily daytime, so I was fine.
I don't have to worry about that. Oh my god.
I can do pretty well on my own navigation wise. It's just that one time was a little bit nerve wracking because I was like, I have no idea what part of Harrisburg I'm in. I'm just kind of finding the highway as best I can and getting.
I'm just doing it. Yeah, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, but I can find my way pretty well.
How many Yorks have you gone to?
So my first York was actually before I did a lot of the YouTube stuff full time. My first York was in 2022. It was the spring of 2022. I went I went for one day. It was on I think the Saturday.
Okay.
Spring York. It was spring York, and then I went there, checked it out. I actually met RBP in person that time.
Oh, nice.
Because it was just a really lightly attended, and I was like, "This is cool." Got a picture in front of the York Fair sign, and like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Right.
So I don't think I think the next time I went it was a little while because I moved for my first job, and then that fall I was not able to go to the York. But I think I went in the spring of 2023 or something like that, or was it 2024? I can't remember. But I actually went with a friend from college, and he lives in New Jersey, so we flew into New York. Then we drove from New Jersey out to York, taking 30 from basically Trenton. So instead of taking the turnpike and spending $70.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's the way to go. Like if you're gonna do the turnpike a lot, they say to just get an easy pass. Like just buy one. And that's the best way to do it. It's cheaper.
Yeah. I had an easy pass for a little while, but don't have it anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, as much as I use it, it's not really worth it. So.
Yeah.
Keith says his first York was in 2009. From memory, it was really crowded. Yeah, it was probably different than what it is now.
Yeah.
Reading, he's never been to a TCA show. You should definitely check one out. They're kind of cool, man. You should definitely check one out.
I mean, yeah, York is pretty awesome. I mean, I think the reason it's awesome is because obviously train shows are cool, but it's all the people who go.
Yeah, it's the people for sure.
Because like my first York that I went to more as like a YouTuber. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any merch or anything on to identify myself. But it's actually it's Trains of Lark who actually took me in and like introduced me to people.
Oh, nice.
So this is when he was going to York's, obviously.
Well, yeah, you and I met out. I think we were out at like a food truck or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then we kind of like we walked around for a while, and that's kind of like hit it off. So yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It was just kind of one of those things where it's you had mentioned like your videos and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen your stuff, and
yeah,
was history after that. Sure.
For the longest time, I didn't do like face because I wanted the trains to be front and center, but.
Yeah.
But I recognize that, hey, the only way people are going to recognize me is if I put my face in front of the camera a little bit. But
exactly, that doesn't, it can be, it's good and it's bad, I guess, for some people. But
yeah,
for us guys, we don't have to worry about that. It's not like we're some of the big guns.
No,
people are going to come up and knock on us or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so, and I don't mind. I don't mind talking to people and
No,
like,
me neither, man. It's good.
No, like, but it, and I know even the biggest YouTubers in the hobby aren't like, don't have like millions of subscribers and can't
Yeah, for
live
sure.
their personal lives.
For
We're
sure.
still a niche. We're still a niche hobby, even though Eric, like someone like Eric or RBP has, over 50,000 subscribers, still
Right.
in the realm of YouTube, that's still, not like the biggest subscriber channels, but I mean, still, it's a everybody, if you're into trains, you're gonna have seen like an Eric's Trains and RBP or an
Right.
RBP
Yeah.
video.
It's just yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like about escaping. It's just you're gonna know who those people are. Let's see. Key says, I think everyone's first York is overwhelming. Maybe less now with the internet. Everyone knows what to expect. Yeah, it can be.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the biggest thing is like once you get established with the community, it makes York a lot more fun. Is how I see it. Like once you have people to encourage you to spend your money.
Yeah, that sometimes isn't a good thing. Which it's never a good thing. You go into York with good intentions and you leave with
The best advice I'd give someone going to York is have your budget, but have your backup budget.
Yeah, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Go in. I don't typically go into a show saying I have to get something. I try to show restraint, which last York, which would have been in the spring. What did I come home with? I didn't have restraint. I think I got a set of PA Alka or a set of FA2s with a super bass, two GP9s or GP7s. I think maybe they're maybe they're 9s. An H10, but you were there. You saw the H10.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other thing I bought? Vision Line, not Vision Line, MTH Hudson, which was a complete random buy that shouldn't have happened. But my thing is I don't know how you are with this kind of stuff. You might approach this a little different than I do. I don't go on like trains.com and look for stuff because of the fact that I will end up get something. So I never like go searching. I don't know what your thought process is with that, or like how you approach that. Are you always like checking sites to see if something's in stock that you want, or is it kind of just like you kind of falls into your lap?
So I'd say for me, if I do window shopping, I'll make a lot of bad decisions. So like typically between the catalogs and going to a train show, I don't typically look for things ahead of time unless it's like something that I know is really rare or hard to find.
Yeah.
There's a few things I used to do eBay like crazy, but eBay went nuts, so I don't do eBay anymore. But I'd say with York, my approach is kind of probably not the best approach, but I figure enough that usually I fly into York because it's a 2-day drive from here.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, if I'm gonna buy something here, I'm gonna buy something that makes it worth my time coming out here, So usually I come home with an engine.
Right.
And that can be a good thing or that could be a very bad thing depending on.
What did you get this past York?
So I got Metcud a little bit.
You got Metcud?
Metcud. I got the clear shell E6s.
That's right. The Seaboards.
I think they're Santa Fe's actually.
Santa Fe's. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. And then I got I did get a Katy Atlantic. It's the kind of the 1900s looking one.
Yeah.
That thing is beautiful. I mean,
right.
Price not so much, but that thing is beautiful. It was unfortunately it was a little higher on the end as far as Legacy Atlantics go, but what can you do? but
yeah, right,
it just
exactly.
looks so cool. It just looks so cool, and he's the only one that was selling it. So when you make the custom run, you get to set the price. So
That's exactly correct. It's when you get to that, it's just like, well, nobody else has it. I'm the only dude that has it, so
yeah,
it
but
is kind of is what it is.
and then I think I went to Nick Smith and got their Santa Fe PA. I was in one of their MTH Santa Fe PAs.
Okay.
What was going on was I was kind of on a Santa Fe kick because I was trying to collect some stuff for a show that was coming up the next weekend after
Right.
York.
Right.
We were doing a show out on a Santa Fe town, kind of between Kansas City and, well, I'd say like somewhere almost to Iowa, Illinois border.
Okay.
So it was basically on the Santa Fe main line to Chicago. So I was like, well, I can't come to a Santa Fe town and have no Santa Fe. I mean, I already had from the York previous, I had the fast fruit set, but I didn't have like that classic red and silver diesel. So it's actually kind of hard to find them at York. Like there weren't many. Like one of the pieces of advice I give for anybody going to York is typically you want to stick to more East Coast when you go there, just because you're going to be more heavily Pennsy, New York Central, Reading, all that sort of stuff.
Right.
That's what's in market
Yeah,
there.
I mean that's what we have over here.
But you may see an occasional Union Pacific or Santa Fe or whatever.
Sure.
It just depends. Really depends on what stock has come out this year. So like, I mean, this year we'll probably see. I'm guessing we'll see a superset or two. Oh my gosh, that's gonna. If I come home with a Santa Fe superset,
Don't do that.
I'm not. I can't. I
Like
can't
62 pounds.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, not even the boys at Susquehanna could get me a shipping for that under $100.
Yeah, that's a big set.
Yeah.
This York for me is going to be probably pretty tame, just because
Yeah.
Lionel decided to release. As far as it is right now, the release dates are supposed to be right in the middle of October for the T1s and the Allegheny, and I got both of those.
Yeah.
And I got both.
Yeah.
So I think the Allegheny and the T1. I think the shipping date, they're within like 5 days of each other.
Ooh, yeah, that's
so I was
tough.
like, yeah, that's not very smart, Lionel. Thanks, I appreciate that.
There goes your October budget. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and then the passenger cars. And
oh yeah.
I got all the Reading passenger cars, which there's 8 of those. And I think in November, beginning of November, the K4 Broadway Limited set comes out.
Whew, yeah, you're gonna be.
And I got 10 passenger cars with that.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I'm tapped out.
I went in for a K4. I didn't get the set, but I went in for the 1361.
I think they're supposed to be here next week.
Do what?
They're supposed to be here next week. The K4s.
The regular K4s.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. I thought it was later in the fall.
I think it's the 18th. I could tell you right now.
Okay. Well, the TDKC super sale is probably going to be kicking off because
yeah.
I had like a
time to buy, like a 25. Guys.
I had a $2,500 car repair hit this past month.
Liquidation sale.
Yeah, liquidation exactly. Oh well.
Yeah, they're supposed to ship next. Next Tuesday.
That'll be fun. Oh, I'm excited to have a K4, but like I already have an MTH one, but
the Broadway Limited though, I feel like they're waiting. Well, you know how it is. They're waiting on the passenger cars. The Pennsylvania aluminums are supposed to be here today.
Oh wow, yeah.
The Broadway Limited ones. I don't know about. Let me see if I can find Broadway Limited.
See, I'd like to do a Broadway Limited versus 20th Century Limited video. It's just those.
Don't do it.
Those two sets would be crazy.
Don't do it.
I have a 5344 and I have the 1361.
Yeah.
1361. It's just I don't have Lionel passenger cars of either. I mean, I have some MTH. have some MTH passenger cars in Pennsylvania, but I don't have New York Central ones.
So the Broadway Limited passenger cars are to be expected November 29th. So you're not going to, the Broadway Limited set, obviously, they're not going to come out till the cars are out.
Yeah.
So you're December, and then I have a big boy on order.
Ooh, yeah.
Which
Same
is
here.
also supposed to be sent December.
Yeah. I'm getting a little getting a little screwed over at the end of the year. Usually how it goes.
I've been kind of looking at this July catalog. Perfect. So look at this. The Broadway Limited set. So the 6-car passenger set with the engine, and then I got 4 additional passenger cars. And the big boy are all shipping on the same date.
Ooh. Whew.
So yeah,
better save up, bud.
You want to foot that bill?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Plus, I ordered. I can tell you my order list right now if you want to know it. If you want to be inclined to know what I ordered, it's not. I feel like I haven't ordered a lot, but when I look at my list, I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's kind of it's one of those things like when they were doing like the monthly release catalogs.
I hated it. Oh, it's terrible. It's the worst thing they could have ever done.
It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. I won't need it next for
this is what I told people. I said, you're gonna find something out of the catalog out of every catalog that you want, because there's not much to choose from, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's all gonna come at once.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, because I did a tally of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to not make any more purchases this year.
Yeah, my pre-order list is ridiculous.
Because what I'm in for right now is I got a T1 as well. You convinced me on that one.
Which one did you get?
The 2102.
The older one or the new one?
The Reading and Northern, yeah.
So you got the glossy one.
The shiny,
I'm thinking about getting that one.
When Three Rails Four Dads announced the Reading and Northern passenger cars, I was like, I'll go with those. It's like, it's like they're gonna be done right, and like, you might as well, because
that's the thing. That's how they get you.
So, but I didn't know about those before the catalog due dates, so I still have the regular Reading. I still have the 4 regular Reading passenger cars, so I might sell those to somebody.
So I have I'm waiting on the Philadelphia and Reading Woodside cars from MTH. Which I don't know when they're going to be out. They should be out anytime. I forgot about these. The Atlas Master line, the Troop Kitchen and Hospital cars. I got those to go with my military. I ordered a G-Scale Big Boy.
Oh, wow, yeah.
4005. Broadway Limited set. Virginia and Allegheny. Reading T1. 8 Reading passenger cars. Big Boy 250 edition. Lycoming Valley SW9 MTH switcher. Conrail -7s from Third Rail, NW 611 from Third Rail, Norfolk and Western Powhatan Aero passenger cars from Third Rail, the UP Aux tender set from Third Rail, the UP 250 passenger car set from Third Rail, Norfolk and Southern
working Heritage, some overtime.
You're not kidding. Norfolk and Southern Heritage Liberty Bell ST70 Ace, and I got the Reading and Northern 250 Caboose.
Nice.
Yeah, it's real nice, Thomas. It's crazy.
No, it's nice for the layout, but it's not nice for the wallet.
Yeah, and it's nice when everything's coming out.
So what I'm in for, at least the rest of this year that I know of, is I've got the 1776 440. I was like, well, it was cool.
Yeah,
it seemed kind of cool. That might be one that depending on how it comes out, I might be like, it's. Since we've got the real 17, since we got the real 250 units coming out, I might, eventually get rid of or sell that one off. But we'll see how it comes out. I mean, the 440s are nice.
Yeah.
Obviously the T1 with the passenger cars. I'm in for a 250 edition big boy, but I went through the Lionel store. They do a pretty good deal with that.
That's good.
And I know one of the people who runs the Lionel store over there in North Carolina. So
nice.
He was able to get me one last minute, so that was good.
Heck yeah.
right before the order deadline closed. But got in for that. What else was I in for? So T1, a K4, obviously the 1361.
Right.
As far as Lionel stuff, I was actually pretty tame like for this year, but still, it's still a lot of money because I got 3 or 4 steam locomotives. But I also have those MTH Pass Woodside cars coming in.
Which ones did you get?
So I've got the Katy ones to match the Atlantic, and
Nice.
then I got the CB&Q 440 from Berwyn's.
Yes, I know you got a 440.
That one, the whole deal behind that one was the number they had originally gone with was for the Hannibal and St. Joseph, which was the first railroad to cross the Missouri in Kansas City.
Okay.
So I don't think the one that they ended up going with number wise is the first one, but it still from the same era. Because Hannibal and St. Joseph became part of the CB&Q. So yeah.
Right.
So I'm in for both CB&Q and MKT Woodside passenger cars. I didn't go for all 8 of the Berwyn's ones because I was like, well,
oh come on.
well, like those 440s probably can't pull like 8
true.
or 9 of them.
They're probably not going to be able to withstand that.
I got the 4-car set and the 2-car set, and I was like, that's all it's going to be able to pull. So I'm in for that as far as like, and then they kind of screwed me over with the holiday train releasing both CPKC and CP holiday trains.
Okay.
Because Atlas released the CPKC one first. I was like, oh, I better get that because that that's going to fly off the shelf. And then MTH went around and said, oh, we're releasing the CP holiday train too. So I'd already ordered the Atlas one, and you can't back out of that. Like once you pre-order, some dealers don't let you back out, but some will. But I think let's see, I think I had it written down somewhere. I got like kind of as an impulse buy, I put down one of the Wabash 280s.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then got peer pressured into getting a donkey car.
Oh, you got the Jackass car?
That's
going to be an underdog in the catalog. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. Let's see. In for a big boy, definitely. But I've got a few freight car sets coming in too, like some Frisco hoppers, and then
sure.
A couple cabooses because Muffins did like a Wabash one, and getting a Santa Fe caboose. So those little things like add up over time. So
they do.
I looked at the price, and I'm like, holy crap. So I was like,
the same, I did the same. Who
so
for comments here? Yeah, Richie, it's not good, man. Eric Siegel Jr. No, not even close, dude.
Yeah.
Not even close. Chute says 18-inch passenger cars are the best. Good comparison between classic post-war and 2 long 21-inch cars. Yeah, 21-inch cars can sometimes give you a problem. Let's see. Keith says, "Oh my god, I looked at the pre-order dates. Fall is going to suck. I'm going to buy a hot dog." That's all you can get. Big Rich says, "Since my wife's watching, I'm getting nothing." There you go, brother. Big Rich, find a lake to go fishing for. I did fishing. Slim Jims and bottled water for lunch at York. Lunch at work for the next month. Yeah, save your money, man. Save your pennies. Food, water, and grilled cheese sandwiches. Jesus mighty. Oh, God.
That's the thing with all the manufacturers releasing so many catalogs. It's like
I hate
you want to get something.
I hate it.
I just you want to get something from every catalog, like it's like but you can't. No.
I'll tell you what, man. I've taught this to everybody. It's so easy to hit that pre-order button when you don't got to put any money down.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
It almost makes. It would make more sense to just put the 100% of the money down at the time, and then just like. But again, sometimes they'll cancel the pre-orders and stuff if there's not enough made. But the financially responsible thing is to pay for it all up front. But the fun thing is to say, oh yeah, I'll hit that button.
Yeah, well, I'll worry about it later.
We'll worry about it Monday, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it at some point.
Yeah, the end of the year is always the worst time for it, anyways, because like no matter when they catalog stuff, it always hits October, November, December. There's without fail.
Yep. And there's a lot of big stuff coming out for certain people that got stuff like my stupid idiot butt did, with the Allegheny and the Big Boy and P1s and K4s and push the dates back.
Yeah, and that's something I'm kind of I've been thinking about hobby wise. Like, we're definitely all spending a lot of money on it, and but I've noticed there's like the secondhand market is not as strong as it used to be too.
No.
Like
that's why I don't look at the secondary. I don't do it because of this, because of pre-orders. I don't.
And I think that's everybody kind of, or most everybody in the social media side of it, at least, or all our friends. Everybody's pre-ordering because it's so cool to see stuff, but the secondhand money's just not there because
exactly.
Which
it's not there.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to go too political or anything. It just money just doesn't go as far as it used to. So
no, especially when you look at gosh, if I could. I'm looking at the pre-order list that I have right now, like the K4 limited sets, $2,700.
And for people saying that O skill's expensive, yes, but every skill's expensive too.
Oh my gosh, yeah! Like you get brass HO, dude. Like you're spending a lot of money.
Yeah,
and those guys are out there.
I've seen what those Broadway limiteds go for in HO, and it's like you're spending half as much as an O skill, and you're getting technically an eighth of the locomotive.
Right.
Because half cubed, you're getting an eighth.
So it looks like for me, October, November, and December is going to be like a hit. So I have to be, obviously I try to budget it financially so everything works, but there's going to be a pretty big break after that, though. But again, it's staying away from you have to have like self-control. Like you got to stay away from looking for deals or looking for something. Like for me, one of the biggest things that I'm looking to get, and I'm really excited to have as the set, is the 611 with the cars. And to be honest with you, dude, I want another one, or I want an Unshrouded J. They're super nice. So I have all of these things on the radar, but it's like I have to try not to live in the moment and be like, oh, well, I haven't gotten an engine in a while. Because the last engine I got was the E8s, which I think was in May. And I have to be, I'm content with that because I'm working on other projects, but whatever. I'm trying to just get stuff that are, anticipating the things that are coming in, to just be content with those rather than being like, oh, here's a good deal, I got to buy it, that kind of thing. So this York definitely is going to be maybe just me getting some scenery things or things that I'm working on the layout and not getting any.
I think so. I might be getting a proper layout studio coming up here in the next few weeks. So might be getting so it's not a huge one, but my plan is to kind of start live streaming from there. So,
very cool.
So I might be kind of in the same boat, getting some track and scenery items and that sort of stuff.
Dude. Do it up.
I'll probably do Atlas like I had with my modular layout, just because I like that. I like the look of that track, and I also like ballasting. I don't love it, or I don't love gluing ballast, but I like the look of ballast.
Right. But yeah. Exactly. Let's see.
The guy who makes Brennan's ballast is actually from the Kansas City area, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about his ballast.
I've met him before.
I kind of do my own I go to a quarry out here and I make my own blend.
I've heard another way you can do is just get the roofing stone.
Yeah,
sell it to you in a 5-gallon bucket.
Oh yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, and you can weather and paint it yourself.
I just go out and get a bucket of screenings, and it's free. I get a 5-gallon bucket there. Just take it. And then
Makes sense, but
I sift it down because I can get stuff all the way down to dust to make it look like driveway, that kind of thing. Because driveway stones are a lot smaller than ballast. So I can kind of do it that way and just kind of get different things. 3 Spikes Railroad. What's going on? Good evening. Good to see you. That's why I like Third Rail. They have portal payments. Yeah, I've been doing that, making payments on stuff that's been announced to be coming in soon, which is great. I do like that about third rail, to be able to put payments down, which is great. Really, really helps, especially instead of getting whacked with a huge bill. Maybe it's not so bad, you know.
That may be the future of how the
And
hobby
it should be.
goes.
I honestly think it should be. I think that they need
Like
to
you
do
put down
that.
a payment plan, and
They say, hey, stuff's on the water, it's coming in. You got 3 months. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
figure it out.
Yeah, and that way you can kind of budget. Like, oh, okay,
Right.
if I pay $100 a
can
month
see what's
towards
going on.
this, yeah.
Exactly.
If I pay $100 a month for this, then $100 a month for this, like I'll still have enough to make rent, enough to
Yeah,
have some travel money and stuff.
do your things that need to be for
Because I don't know about you, but like the price tags are just at the point where it's like, oh, 1,500, what's that, like that, but then like it doesn't set in. Oh, that's say $100, that's $100 over 15 months, like you
right.
don't think about it in that sort of.
And
But if
you look at it as you look at it differently. Let's say a $1,500 engine. We'll say $1,500 since that's what you said. Versus you spending $1,500 on an engine, or saying, hey, you need to spend $1,500 on your car, or something in your house needs $1,500 of your attention.
Yeah.
The perspective is completely different. We're like, oh yeah, we can do that. But when it comes to like fixing a house or doing, we're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
We balk at it. And I think it's I don't know. It's weird how it manipulates your brain a little bit. If you're being, to be honest, it's like, holy crap, I can get this engine for $800, and you don't think twice about maybe getting it if it's something that you really want. But if it's something that you need to do for your house, say like whatever it would be, and you're like, oh man, my furnace broke down, it's going to cost me $800. Oh god, it sucks. This sucks.
Yeah.
But you could look at it in two different ways. It's something that you're getting that you like versus something that you're getting that you don't want to have to deal with, like an unexpected purchase or something that's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And I mean, everybody says, everybody will say on the budgeting side of things, don't order more than you have on hand. But in practice, when you see all these fancy glittery items, sparkly items, it's like, well, can I really? You think I'll have that money when it comes?
it doesn't matter. Yeah, you just make it happen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because I feel like a lot of us, we do, but I think that there's a lot of guys out there that get themselves into trouble, where it's like, uh-oh, like the bill's here. How do I figure it out? And then you get into some financial troubles. I never want to feel like that this hobby's overtaking the important things in life too, which is traveling, or like you said, stuff that you got to do to your house, or stuff that you have to do to rent, all that stuff. It's there are certain people that are responsible with it, and I think there's a lot of people that aren't responsible with it.
I mean, for
it's
me,
a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
it is, and I'm just as guilty as the next guy. Like, I've done
exactly.
stuff where I shouldn't have bought something and put it towards something else, because I was in the moment, the dopamine hits you and you get it.
Mm-hmm. And that's just it. Like, we have to, I mean, that there definitely is that element of seeing it in person or seeing it in the catalog and like, oh yeah, that's definitely coming home with me. That's cool.
Right.
Like, but then
exactly.
when you see the sticker shock, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot this actually costs money. Yeah. And for me, I was getting used to where I was staying at previously. I didn't have to have as high of rent, so I moved places, so it's a little bit higher.
I mean, life happens. It really
it
does, and I think that for us, and I'll even say it for you too, we're very fortunate to be able to have the things that we have. And, even if we have a layout, and if it's my layout, if it's your layout, whatever it is, there's so many people that can't have that.
Yeah.
It's almost like the equivalent of somebody who, like for me, being where I can live, I can go down and you know play drums or whatever and make noise. Somebody who lives in a city can't do that. They got to go to a studio and rent a space and spend money and that kind of thing. So you got to look at it from both standpoints of being like, okay, yeah, there's stuff that I want, but there's also stuff that I have that I'm really grateful that I have and I'm able to run it.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
right now, and that I think is sometimes hard for us because we don't think about that unless we don't have it. You know, if you were stripped from it and you weren't able to run trains or, you know, I know for a while for you, you know, you were thinking about like, I might not be able to run trains for, you know, have a trains for a while or whatever. I have to do a makeshift layout, but you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
when
got
there's a
your
will,
stuff,
there's
you
a
can
way.
run it. Right, exactly. You know, and it's cool. You're able to do it and have fun, and you're still doing the stuff that you like to do.
Yeah.
So we have to think of it sometimes in terms of that. It's like like it's not always about getting the next best thing because the newest stuff isn't always the best. We all know that.
No. Yeah. I've had a fair share of lemons come out of.
Yeah. But since, let's see here, somebody's got some questions here. That's what I'm doing now. Truck needs $1,200 in repairs. I'm looking at it as right. I could buy a nice train for that. Exactly. Yeah, it's perspective.
Yeah.
Josh,
I mean, we have to understand it's a hobby. It's, you know.
It is. Right.
And when disposable income's not as high, the hobbies is the first thing that's kind of got to go.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. The
when
fun
you
stuff has to get cut.
when you got to get to work, you can't throw your car payment money away.
Right. Big Rich says Mike's drum set's up for sale. The heck it is. Rio Grande locomotive, the Busy Bee set, and the 37. What are you doing, dude? You're not stop trying to sell my stuff.
Richard said something earlier.
He's on fire. I'm not. We don't care what he says. Keith says the problem is the Allegheny was great. Then 6 months later, they gave us the big boy. That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, how many? Like they had like 40 custom runs of the big boys or something like that.
I don't even know. This is a pretty ridiculous.
I think it ended up like $2 million worth of inventory or something crazy like that, just on the custom runs alone.
I can't. I'm going to be curious to see when they all come out how many are left over and how many how flooded the market is with big boy custom runs. I think it's going to be overwhelming because of the time of when they come out.
Yeah.
They're supposed to come out in the middle of December.
Ooh, yeah.
Like Christmas time.
People are going to have to back out because that's Christmas, you know, like people. $2,500 for your family's Christmas versus a custom run big boy. Yeah.
Right. That's the first thing that's going to go. And that's one thing that I initially thought of when I saw the release date. I'm like, yeah, it's good to pre-order it because again, like we were just talking about, you don't have to worry about it right now. But come December 15th or, you know, whenever
they're going to get it out before the end of the year, or do you think it's going to lag into January?
They're going to get it out. Oh, we're here. I can just tell you. Yeah, they're because like I said earlier, it's supposed to be here on the 29th of November. So that's at Lionel. So you're going to see them 2 weeks after that, probably.
Well, most people aren't going to get them before Christmas because, like, the last day to ship.
Right. So you're going to get that big bill after Christmas when you got that big bill for all the stuff that you got for your Christmas presents for.
Yeah.
So it's like
a lot of people are going to have to back out of that.
People are going to be like, okay, well, we'll just cut getting the big boy or whatever it is, or what. I mean, I'm not just saying it's this engine; it could be anything, but just the way that the release is falling with this. Because I remember when the big boy came out last time, it was very, very close. Because I have one, I got one. So did you. The last release, it was very close to the Dreyfus, and that sucked. And that was right at the end. That was in November. But this is like smack dab prime Christmas time. So
now people aren't going to be able to do it.
A little bit of a worry there because I mean the MSRP is $2,900. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it's a tough one.
Yeah. It should have been done a little differently. But I get that they didn't have the full final version of the 4014 Tour Edition until whatever.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know.
They want to get it in people's hands while it's 250th year.
While it's fresh and while it was just on the rails and things like that. That's the only way you're going to do it, and it's 250. You know, they're not going to put it in 2027 Volume 1. I mean, it's at the time has already come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna make a buck off of that. But I did hear. I'm sure that you guys heard this too. Let's answer these questions here first. Here, sent 3 lines back. S2. I remember S2.
Yeah.
Josh is up to 188 engines. You're out of your mind. On the subject of payments, Charles Rowe will allow you to make payments on pre-orders, but it has to be a check or cash. What's up, Jim? It's good to see you. Thanks for that comment. Yeah, because the more that you swipe your card, the more fees they're going to pay with credit card. But for me, I mean, I can't do it. What am I going to send them a check? I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, send it in the mail. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely not.
The agency you can't sue.
See, Big Rich says, I have a feeling they're going to come out with the GS series along Cap 4 next. You might not be wrong with that. When did we get GS's last? 2020? Yeah, 2020, the revision line.
Because people were wanting the Freedom train, obviously, the Vision Jet.
I mean, they should have released it.
Yeah.
With the T1, but I mean, again, what happens when you do that? You're not just going to release one You're not just going to release one GS4. You got to do all. You got to do all of them.
Actually, I do have a 5344. Funny story behind that one.
Oh, you have a Hudson? You have 5344?
Yeah,
oh, dude, you had didn't you get the 20th Century?
No, not the set. I have.
I thought you got the set.
I had thought about it, but
the 20. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because you and I were talking about that, and I don't know if I talked you out of it, and you were like, because it was a big commitment.
You had said if you had basically given me a price and it wasn't available for that price.
Yeah.
And now they've even raised the price further because there's few in inventory now, but you'll probably
find one at a show, I bet.
Yeah.
Because again,
it doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be new.
Those high ticket ones are tough. The what was the other one that we saw? That I saw a couple of. Somebody had
the Erie triplex, maybe.
That wasn't a suit. It was a set.
It was a super set.
Was it a super set? Brady had one or two of them. It wasn't the Hudson though. It was something else. It was the maybe it was the super set, the triplex super set.
That was their first real super set. Well, Big Boy super set.
The Big Boy super set was their first one. They'll be out there, I think. But I don't know at what price. That's the only thing.
I think my goal is probably, if I can, maybe go check the blue or silver and see if someone by chance is getting rid of one.
Dude, I found some really good deals. I have a dude that gives me really good deals and stuff, and I try not to message him because he has it probably. I don't. Yeah. I got a FA2, brand new in the box, New York Central, AA, and then I got the super base with it.
Yeah.
For $600.
Oh wow, yeah.
Brand new. Whew. I was like, absolutely. I'll take that.
One of the I think it was the York that I met you, Zach Joker.
That's when you got your.
He got me the Friscos. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy.
That was a good deal.
That was
right time there. Right time, man. That's what happens at York too. It's right place at right time.
Exactly.
I'm somebody that knows somebody.
So the problem is with York, if you're not in those member halls early, you're not going to get the best deals because usually by the time Saturday rolls around, what's left is the stuff that's either overpriced or not as attractive. I mean, because there's things I've seen.
The Hudson that I have, the MTH PS3, I forget what road number it is, 5401 maybe. Anyway, I'm not going to say the retailer just because I just don't want to do it. They had it there, and I think the price they wanted for it was $1,200. I mean, it's brand new. It's PS3. You know what? You know how much they cost.
Yeah.
I got it for $600.
Wow. Yeah.
They were like, just get it out of here. I was like, okay, here. I literally was I couldn't give them the cash fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I got to get out of here. But yeah, like that stuff does happen. But again, it's very quick. Like it just a deal pops up, you got to say yes or no.
I mean, that's just the nature of the game with York. It's like if you
It
snooze on
is.
a deal, you're not going to get it. Like
You can't don't like look at it and walk back and expect it to be there because it's not. Like you gotta make it. You gotta make a decision.
Yeah. Looks like we were asking about the Dreyfus Hudson. I don't have a Dreyfus. It is cool, I will admit. Like the
That's one of my
streamlining on the
favorites.
Dreyfus.
Yeah, the Streamlines are my favorite. The Hudsons.
I would love eventually to have. What would be kind of cool is to have like, say, like the 1920s version of the 20th century and the Broadway, and then like a 1930s version, and then maybe eventually a diesel version. But just kind of have the eras. But that's
for sure.
that's a pipe dream right now.
Right. Exactly.
But it's just one of those things where, because I have a lot of Pennsylvania stuff. Like I got that GG1 set.
You did get that one. That's right. That's the set I'm thinking
That
of.
was one I actually did not pre-order, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that like a whim buy? Were you just like, yeah, I'll take it?
Well, it was. I didn't order a Vision GG1. I hadn't thought about. Like I had thought about it, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, I think who was it? It might have been talking to like Will. He's always encouraging people to buy.
He's very encouraging.
I think I was like, I mean, because I had the 5344 on. I had the 5344 on pre-order, and I was like, those post-war inspired cars would look good behind the 5344.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, and actually, it was a pretty. When I got it in, I actually liked taking the set to shows because it's such a compact set. There's not a lot of filler.
Right.
But then I'd only ordered the set, and then I was talking to Will, and he convinced me to get the cars with it, the add-on cars.
Sure.
I think it was that I was talking to him, but I can't remember what the GG1 was. Yeah, I did. So I have the three cars that came with the set, and then the baggage and the observation, and then there was like a dining car, I think. So like two of them had sounds.
Well, how many cars did the 20th century pull? Well, it was a lot.
I don't know the exact number, but I believe they were all Pullmans. Was the deal?
Yeah, they were Pullmans.
I mean, the thing I like about the 20th century versus Broadway Limited rivalry is like when they get to Chicago, they'd race along the lakefront. So that's
right. Yeah,
that would have been a sight to see back in the day. Watching them race along the south side and crossing the river.
I mean, they've been rivals for forever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but still, that would have been train rivals. It's like who would have thought? It's like baseball rivals or like
exactly
sports team.
And knowing what I know about when they merged together,
right,
it was the rivalry continued even after the merger. They, as far as I understand, they had like a team red and a team green. So like even the office employees didn't get along. They still
it goes that far. It's crazy that it goes that far.
Like they had different computer systems, so freight cars got lost in the network. Because this was like the early days of computing, and computers weren't compatible across companies.
Yeah.
This is like the punch card computers of the 70s.
Right.
And so that's what. So like a whole entire year's worth of crops spoiled because they wouldn't move out of the yards. So like, it's not the worst thing I've heard about Penn Central, but like,
right. I don't mind the Penn Central. Matt Ogage Trains. What's going on, man? How are you? I just didn't want to ignore you.
The problem with
I don't mind Penn Central. I mean, I know it was a failure from the beginning, but I mean, it's part of what went through here, so it's like,
yeah, true.
I gotta like it.
It's just management was a little corrupt.
They were terrible. They didn't know what they were doing.
It's a little worse than that from what I've read, but I won't go into that here.
It could have been a really cool thing, but it just.
Well, I mean,
it was doomed when it started.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the federal government just had to step in to save railroading in the Northeast.
Right.
Because like, you couldn't have essentially your two biggest rivals abandon all their trackage and not get freight moved.
Because it was a lot of trackage.
Yeah.
a ton of trackage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's so people like again people do dog on PC, but Penn Central, and I'm not saying they're immune from criticism, but
would you pick PRR or would you go New York Central?
well, it's a tough one because both railroads excelled in different things. As far as like
We'll stay aesthetic. Let's take it into categories aesthetically.
Aesthetically, the steam locomotives of the Pennsylvania
Okay.
were pretty. I liked the aesthetics just a little bit more as opposed to the New York Central.
Yeah.
Although the Dreyfus streamlining is very iconic, I will give them that. You know, I think the Pennsylvania just had the slightly better streamlining.
What about the Mercury?
The Mercury, like the
steam engine.
Because I know there was like the Commodore Vanderbilts that were like the bathtub look.
I like the Commodores. Yeah, bathtub engines. And the Mercury's almost looked like a armadillo on the front, the way they like tucked over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not. The Mercury, or was the Mercury the one that was like the black top and then the silver bottom? Was it that one? I'm trying to.
Let me see if I'll find it here.
Because I know there was. Or wait, that's the Empire State Express. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. You're thinking of the two tone.
Yeah, I mean, the New York Central streamlining is iconic. I'm not no qualms with it. It's just
it's one of the best.
I just like the Brunswick, I like the two-tone red on the passenger cars, like the Fleet of Modernism a little bit, and then the five stripe essentially DGLE color on the GG1 or like
this one right
like a S1
here. This one right here.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I mean that is a pretty cool streamline.
It is.
Have to admit.
It's a cool streamlined engine. It really
is.
I
think the engines. I mean, it's a toss up for me. I mean, I just like the colors of the Pennsylvania more because they're more They're more like this. In my mind, they're a little more.
Can you imagine back in like those days, seeing these engines just like cars, like they were everywhere. Drive like Hudsons and Mohawks and all of this stuff. Just Hudsons everywhere, and Dreyfuses.
I mean, it was. I mean, but like with the railroad history, I mean, it was cool, but the railroads were already in bad financial times at that point, so they were making these decisions. They're making these decisions to streamline just as marketing decisions,
right?
Like, because they were trying to survive the Depression when they did all that streamlining stuff, and like planes were just starting to kind of become a thing, and then obviously, like automobile culture was starting to take off, so railroads felt like they had to keep up by streamlining trains, improving track speeds, that sort of stuff. I mean, it was a good time for like aesthetics and stuff, but all the railroads had a little bit of a hard time if you look back at the history through the Depression.
Oh, absolutely.
Because then you had like the ICC becoming a thing, and like they started setting freight rates, and like in a lot of ways they were really harsh towards the railroads, like setting price caps for commodities shipping. So it really hurt the rail industry a lot in the 30s when that was starting to be a thing.
Right.
But so as far as like aesthetics, it's kind of a toss up to me, but management, I think I might catch a little flack for this, but
New York Central
had the better management, even though they didn't really preserve a lot of steam. I know people don't like Alfred Perlman, but he did in a lot of ways streamline the management of New York Central. Like if any of the railroads were going to survive, if they hadn't merged, it would have been the Central. And that's coming from a guy who prefers Pensy just from the commodities they shipped and like the brand image, and because I lived in Pennsylvania for a while, so
yeah,
it's a hard thing to say that the New York Central probably would have survived just because they were quick to dieselize, and that was what saved most of the railroads that survived into basically the 90s.
Right.
But the Pennsylvania was holding on to steam for so long that they were just running out of cash.
Right.
But the problem, I mean, the thing about that, obviously steam was cool, but the economics of diesel was just hard to beat. So the railroads that dieselized first were the ones to be successful.
Well, they had to adapt to change,
Yeah.
And the more that they did that, I feel like the more that they realized that this is just the way of the land. It's just going this route, and we have to. You either capitalize and adapt, or you're just going to fail.
Exactly, and because by the time diesels rolled around, competition with airlines and the auto industry was getting so fierce that they had to cut costs with labor to stay competitive. You saw say Union Pacific, they built the big boys in that era because they knew they had to cut down on labor, and double heading steam locomotives over the Wasatch Mountains was for at least 4 employees and all your brakemen, obviously, and
per engine.
So, and when you could cut it down to say 2 employees and the same horsepower with maybe 4 diesels, it was a no-brainer, especially for passenger trains. Like the Santa Fe was one of the first to dieselize because they had the access to the oil fields in the south, and and they went through desert, so it was hard to get water to the stations in New Mexico.
Exactly. You were kind of just, stranded out in the desert, basically, and the first thing you think of, there's not a lot of water.
And the Santa Fe Railroad was a very frugal railroad towards the end of its history. So, and that's the reason why they survived all the way to the 90s is they cut down on, they were one of the first to do double-decker passenger trains and for long distance, and then they reduced overhead by sadly they destroyed a lot of depots in that era, but they reduced overhead by reducing staff at depots or tearing down depots that were too much in maintenance and stuff.
But it's interesting. People don't realize how much the railroad impacted the world. I mean, some obviously we do, but people just see trains and are like, it's just a train. Well, it's there's a reason why we use them and why they were such a staple and just American society and just in general of getting services and goods and products and things like that. To consumers, no matter what it was. But
and through our model trains, we're telling the story of essentially this country. Like everybody is kind of telling their own flavor of the story of this country. Whether it be again, not everything's prototypical, obviously, but
no, and it's hard. You just can't.
No, but we all kind of have our own story using the railroads that we like to collect,
because it's like if you wanted to be extremely prototypical, especially for us, being the space that you would need to pull 60 plus cars, and whatever it was, if you wanted to pull a consist that large, it's just we can't. You can't do those things. It's got a curb somewhere. So it's just it is what it is.
And even my advice for people, as far as prototypicality and stuff, is the railroads even back in the day. I mean, they'd pull whatever someone paid them to pull. Essentially, if they could fit it on their rails, they'd pull it.
Right. Exactly.
So they didn't, like the car interchange rules. You could see an East Coast car on the West Coast even back in the 20s or 30s.
Sure.
Even the vintage videos you see.
I know that there's some people that not worry about it, but they think was Union Pacific stuff pulled over here on the East Coast? I mean, you bet it was. And the same with Pennsylvania stuff. Was it out out west. Yeah, absolutely. It's just it didn't like stop in one section and then it picked up with another. It would
Yeah.
they
I
took the
think the only
tracks.
exceptions that I know of are like, say, like hopper cars. I think
Yeah,
those typically stayed on
they
post
would
railroad
return
trackage.
right whatever rights they had or track riders they would stay on those. But I mean, as far
Yeah.
as like freight would go, I mean they would travel till wherever. It's just the way it was. Let's see a comment here. CNO and NW made it because they were big coal haulers. They were big coal
Yeah.
haulers. The only reason they went to diesel is because of low maintenance. Absolutely. So the railroads laid off machinists, boilermakers, assemblymen, and more. I mean, yeah, and that's just unfortunately that was just the way things were. It's whatever made things more streamlined and easier. They were going to go that route. They weren't going to keep sinking money into something just because that's just the way that it was. They wanted to
Mhm.
adapt and make things to be more efficient, and that's just. I mean, we see that today, obviously. So
Yeah. I mean, the railroads were the first big industry in this
they were
country.
right,
So
right.
they kind of set the standard for how
Well, just
companies
imagine
work.
how many people were employed.
Like 2 million at one point, I
Yeah,
think.
like back in the day. Like think back in the 30s and 40s, how many people worked for the railroads? It
And
was
even
crazy.
back in that day, I think our country's population was only 150 million people. So
That's a
we're
lot of
talking
people.
like 2-3% of the you know, total population of the country is working for a railroad.
Right.
I mean, probably closer to 5% of the workforce. Like,
Right.
so someone knew someone who worked for the railroad at one point.
Well, absolutely. I mean, my grandfather did. I'm sure somebody in your family did. I mean, it's just that's what the
I think,
jobs were.
yeah, I think my at least on my dad's side, they did canals, not railroads.
Okay, sure.
I think that was the big thing there.
Nice, nice, nice,
But that
nice.
was like the 1840s, so it's kind of before railroads took
Yeah,
off.
yeah, right. It's before things were a little bit like that
Most
was
of
the lay of the land.
most of my family was like
Right,
agriculture.
right, right.
So I'm sure there's someone who worked on the railroad at one point. But
Yeah, same. Same for me too. See if I have any other questions here. You guys going to the B&O Museum this weekend? Negative, Big Rich.
I think Big Rich had asked about the house. I
Yeah, he
think,
did. He asked about your house. I think
yeah,
earlier.
it's just
Pretty
a
sure
it's just a high school project.
that
But
made
I've
it to the
kept it since
layout.
then. I think I did it my senior year or something of high school. So
Nice, nice, nice.
it's just a fun little thing.
Let's see here. A lot of people don't realize the power of steam. Absolutely. Bet the big boy could pull more than 4 modern diesels. They said that the on flat terrain it could pull a 5 mile train loaded.
Yeah, the biggest thing with
That's no grade though. Like you got
yeah,
to be that's like concrete floor smooth.
the biggest thing between steam and like diesel is the whole dynamic braking.
Right.
Because
That's a completely different system.
yeah, I mean the bit like steam is more powerful. Yes, like, but it's also that power comes with more dynamic forces because of how the drivers roll.
Mm-hmm.
So like they call it hammer blow every time the wheels will like rotate down. So
Yeah.
the piston reciprocates in and out, but
Right.
every time the wheels go down, it's actually blowing a load on. It's like putting a load on the rails, and
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so that dynamic loading over time, had to be factored into the bridges and tunnels and structures of the railroad. So a lot of diesels and a lot of trains are actually heavier than they were back in the steam era, but the bridges can handle it because the bridges were designed for the hammer blow of the steam locomotive when the
Right.
drivers would like reciprocate.
Right.
So, like axle loads have actually increased since the steam era and that's the reason why we have bridges still from the 1900s on the railroads because the loadings were diesels don't have as much dynamic loading on bridges,
Yeah.
but the again the biggest thing of why the conversion happened was just the efficiency of diesel. Like, yes, it
Right.
took them
Absolutely.
several generations of diesel to get as powerful as the most powerful steam locomotive.
Well,
but
even nowadays, I mean, like how much fuel they sip and that kind of thing. It's so much more, I guess you could call it green, than what it was in the '60s.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's much more efficient,
Yeah.
fuel efficient, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
So, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see if we have any
Yeah.
other questions here.
I know it can be a little bit of a walking encyclopedia on some of this stuff, but yeah. I don't know. I just find it interesting.
It's fun. That's good. That's good stuff.
It's good to talk about the real stuff and what we're modeling.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, let's see here.
Yeah. Looks like we're talking about Pure Marquette.
Pure Marquette 2012. Yeah, 1225 still out there.
I think it's doing a trip out to Virginia, I think, this year. Did I see that?
Oh, it could be. It could be.
Going with 611.
Yeah. I think 611 just got done doing some stuff, so
it's the year of the crossover. The crossover
yeah,
episode.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So that's like so now there's no excuse. Like if you want to run a T1 next to a big boy, it's like, oh, I'm just
gonna do it. Gonna do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Why not?
Right.
I've got the 2102 and I've got the 4014. I'm gonna do it. I have the excursion set and the Reading and Northern cars. I'm doing it.
Old Ohio Angler. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, we're gonna pop off here in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
I know Zach's been doing some stuff too, so we're gonna let him kind of like close out the night. Spence, too much the manpower. Yeah, Spence, thanks for coming on, man. We were gonna do the raffle tonight, but since Zach's doing his thing, we're gonna wait till next week if you guys are cool with that. We'll set that up. But again, Black Diamond, if you guys want 7% off your order, use code Tattooed7 till midnight tonight. Get 7% off your order. So Thomas, yeah, if you have nothing else, man, we're gonna pop off for the night.
That's cool with me.
And I appreciate you coming on, dude. And
I enjoy.
We've been talking about doing this for a while, and we'll definitely do one again.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. I should have. I mean, obviously we'll schedule it offline.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I should be able to get a Wednesday or two here free every so often. So
sounds good.
Maybe by next time I'll be in my be in the studio and have a
there you go,
little
man.
Bit of
there you go.
A little bit of a layout permanent layout going. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, enjoy your night. Thanks for coming on, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks again, Thomas. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yep.